Charlamagne the God here.
Andrew Schultz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots.
Yes.
Happy New Year, motherfuckers. First of all, let me tell you something. I don't believe in saying Happy New Year no more.
Why is that?
Shit is whack.
Why is that?
Because it's motherfucking January what? Well, as of right now, it's January 7th. Okay, 6 days after the New Year.
This sounds like a cruise ship joke that a comedian tells.
There's no cruise ship
How
joke.
many days after New Year are we still going to say Happy
That's a
New
legitimate
Year?
question. There's two things that you worry about after the holidays. Number one, when do you stop saying Happy New Year's? Number two, when do you take down your Christmas shit?
I say Happy New Year's because I don't know what the fuck to say to somebody sometimes. And it's a nice, calm, it's like a nice, kind way to greet somebody.
You know what you say to them?
Go.
The same thing you say to them in February, March, April, May, June, July, August,
Which
September,
is?
and October. Whatever. What's up, bro? Peace. How you?
Yeah, but sometimes you don't have a whole conversation, but you want to know that you appreciate that person. So you go, hey, man, Happy New Year. I hope everything's going well for you. All
I like
right.
to be very politically correct. When it's the holidays, I like to just say Happy Holidays. When it's Christmas, Merry Christmas. The day after Christmas, Happy Holidays again.
No Happy Hanukkah?
No, Happy Holidays. That covers everything. That covers Kwanzaa. That covers,
But you
that
will
covers Christmas holiday Kwanzaa.
You will hit Christmas, but you won't hit Hanukkah.
I say Happy Holidays.
But you said you do Christmas.
On the day of Christmas, yes, Merry Christmas.
Same. Where's a Hanukkah? You got 8 days. You can't throw Hanukkah out there?
Is Hanukkah on Christmas Day?
No, Hanukkah.
That's why I don't say Hanukkah, because it's not on Christmas Day, Schultz.
I'm saying, do you say Happy Hanukkah on Hanukkah?
No, I say Happy Holidays, because I don't know who's who. I can't just look at a person and say, hey, they celebrate Hanukkah.
What if they got a yarmulke?
Oh, that's different. But I still wouldn't say Hanukkah. I'd just be like, hey, Happy Holidays.
That's messed up, man.
No, it's not. It covers all bases.
That's
and just
messed
because they
up.
wear a yarmulke does not mean they're celebrating Hanukkah. They could be in the Kwanzaa. Okay?
That's some, no. Wait, people who wear in Kwanzaa wear a
I just
yarmulke?
said that.
You bullshit. Don't take advantage of my lack of Kwanzaa knowledge. I'm sitting here looking at me, fuck this. I don't know about some black shit right now. I got to figure this out.
What if you got long dreads and a bald spot?
That's a yarmulke.
It's a bald spot that
Yeah.
only a yarmulke could fit on. You don't want to wear a fitted cap. You just throw a yarmulke on.
That's my theory on how the yarmulke came about.
Cover up the bald
It
spot.
wasn't even something for God. It was just, this is embarrassing walking around, Nazareth with this shit like this. I need to cover up my baldy.
Boom.
Boom.
Happy Holidays.
Maybe. Wow. Maybe that was the first toupee. Do you know what I mean? There's something here.
I don't know. I feel like we're treading on thin ice.
You're getting nervous talking about Jews right now. We're gonna get a phone call.
Jewish people. Don't say that. Don't
I can say Jews.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, because my name is like Jewish sounding, so I can say it. I feel like they hear me say it. They're like, oh, no, there's no animosity in that. He's a Schultz.
Hey, man, I'm not going to chase no other racial slurs. I'm going to just stick to the niggas and
well, that word I won't touch.
That you're used to. Okay? Now, Squarespace. This episode is brought to you by Squarespace.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Recently launched the latest version of their platform, Squarespace 7, which has a completely redesigned interface. Integrations with Getty Images and Google Apps, 15 new templates, and an incredible feature called Cover Pages. Try the new Squarespace at squarespace.com and enter offer code IDIOTS at checkout to get 10% off. Now, somebody asked me, is that 10% off T-shirts that are on BrilliantIdiots.com?
No.
That has nothing to do with
Absolutely nothing. And thank you for buying up all the T-shirts.
Yeah.
God damn.
Just because Squarespace did our website, you cannot use that code to get 10% off T-shirts.
We're not doing deals on T-shirts. I think our T-shirt is a reasonable price. I also have to say I have our T-shirt lady looking into for what is it, international shipping, because we've been getting a lot of inquiries from Scotland, England, Australia, all these other places about some T-shirts, and we're looking into it. We're gonna get it popping. And this show is also brought to you by NatureBox. NatureBox ships great tasting, wholesome snacks right to your door. Forget the vending machines and start snacking smarter with the wholesome, delicious treats like dark cocoa almonds. Support this podcast by ordering a free NatureBox sampler. Free NatureBox sampler at naturebox.com/idiots. That's right, it is free. NatureBox snacks are found at naturebox.com/idiots.
Where's the money for the T-shirts?
I don't know if that. What's up, Chris?
It should
Talk
be
to
on.
us,
We
Chris.
got a guest. Chris Morrow here, ladies and gentlemen.
Chris is on the mic now that he's jobless.
He's the producer of the
Jobless Chris. What's up, Jobless Chris? Jobless Chris came so swagged out now that he doesn't have a job.
Yeah, this is one of the CEOs of the Loudspeaker Network, the
Yeah.
Read, Combat Jack Show, FanDuel, Brilliant Idiots.
All that good shit.
Chris runs this shit.
And
I really appreciate all the people who've submitted the cities they'd like the Brilliant Idiots to come to.
yeah.
What we're looking for is actual promoters who are going to put together.
We want people to
Put
do
that
all the
money
work.
up, bruh.
Yeah.
Right.
Make it real.
We need people with
Exactly.
budgets. We appreciate all the come to Houstons. I'll tell you just real quickly, speaking about international, where we're getting a tremendous amount of requests to go to.
England.
London.
We got to go to London. England in general, man. I'm here in Manchester. I'm here in a lot of these places.
I got a lot of love for London. Salute to my dog Tim Westwood out there. I was in London like last year.
I know you got a great reception.
Salute to my dude DJ Obi. You know he loves the Notorious B.I.G.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, he loves him.
Like in what way?
He recreates his album covers. He recreates old photos of Big and does them and puts them up as his Twitter pictures and Facebook profile pictures and all that shit.
You know, I'm offended that he's appropriating black culture.
He's black.
But he's not American black.
No, he's not. He got on the microphone in the club and rapped hit Biggie's verse off Bone Thugs, and it wasn't
Armed and Dangerous.
It wasn't even a record. It was like some other record was on. He just
rapped it anyway.
Armed and Dangerous.
Ain't no man can bang with us. Straight up, we know age with us. Label us Notorious.
Yeah. A lot of love, man. A lot of love out there in London. Can we bring in our guest? Let's get right to it.
We can get him, man. Let's do it.
And bring in Chip. Somebody go. Can you go get him, Max?
Absolutely.
Chris?
Yeah, so any London promoters.
Yes. What's the email?
info@brilliantidiots.com, I believe.
Yeah. Cut the check, bro.
Did we start a new one?
We're going to.
And listen, we got mad love for y'all, but when we say we want to come to these cities,
we need to see some love.
We don't just want to fly into the city and have a drink with y'all. We want the promoter to pay.
We want money. For
us to do our thing.
We're professionals.
We're professionals.
You know? And you got to pay professionals. That's part of it.
It's all good, though. I have no problem. I'm glad you got on your black Timbs right now. You know what I'm saying? Because our guest today, he's very familiar with Timberlands. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? Black Timberlands as a whole is a real Brooklyn thing.
Is it now?
Yeah, this guy we're bringing in, you may or may not know him. I'm the type person, I love interviewing people who I'm just a fan of their personalities. And, you know, I've seen this guy on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I've met him in person a couple times. He's definitely got a couple screws loose because he's been shot. He almost died.
Wow.
And he's never been the same ever since.
Okay.
He's very off.
Where'd he get shot?
I don't know. We can ask him. I just know he got shot.
Okay. And how'd you meet this guy?
I met him through Naima Supreme. Remember Naima we had on the podcast before?
Yeah.
He rolls heavy with Naima Supreme. And I met him one time. The first time I met him.
Is this guy a liability?
Definitely. First time I met him, he walked up
on me. Why would we do this to ourselves?
First time I met him, he walked up on me and he goes, yo, just want you to know the people that did the "Can I Get a Drop" thing to you,
they're taking
care. The guy that hit you, he's dead. I'm like, all right, no doubt. Like, nah, I just want you to know that. I'm like, okay. All right. Yeah, Chip, you just gonna stand over here.
I think you might have to go over there. We got a camera over here. Go right there.
You can stand right here?
Yeah.
You need a chair. You get a stool for him, Chris? Yeah, I got you. You got the seat right there. And then our guest today, my guy. I was just talking about you. I was talking about the first time I met you.
Oh man!
And the first time I met you,
hey, pull the mic a little closer to you, buddy.
my man Taxstone.
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Brooklyn, you Brooklyn's own, right?
Yeah, man, Brooklyn, man. I got a cold and
you have a Brooklyn voice.
I do.
I feel like that's how dudes from Brooklyn sound.
Yeah, when I remember I was 10 years old with this voice. So you gotta.
Yo, can I get some juice, please?
You gotta imagine calling your girlfriend's house and her mother picking up, thinking it was Bill Cosby. You know?
That's not Cosby's voice. That's a grown man's voice right there. That's working construction.
The first time I met Tax, he was with Naima Supreme, and he goes, yo, just want you to know them dudes, did they "Can I Get a Drop" shit? Dude, did that shit hit you?
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
It was hilarious, man.
I don't even know how to reply to that. Okay.
What was hilarious? What was hilarious?
I felt like it was like a gift.
That's your peace offer. That's your
peace offer.
Charlamagne, I have some information.
Hey, the guy that attacked you died yesterday. He headbutted a bullet somewhere. You know what I mean?
Now, Tax, you been shot before, though.
Yeah.
You said you almost died.
Yeah, I got shot in my face.
What?
When was
my
this?
left eye. I got shot right here, and it came out right here on my sideburn with a 38.
People, can you look into? Do we have a camera on him?
I think that's probably why one side of my face is bigger than the other.
I don't think one side is.
It is. You gotta look at it. I took a selfie because I just cut all my facial hair off today.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, one side of my face is bigger than the other. Yeah, but I definitely, I got shot in my face.
Listen,
move your backpack right there.
Oh, this ain't mine. Whose back is this? Yours, Max? No. Yeah. Now, how old when you got shot, Tax? Because you a young guy. You not?
Yeah, I'm 29 now. I got shot when I was 22.
Okay.
And what happened? What was the story?
I talk too much shit. You know what I mean?
Tax is definitely a professional shit talker.
I talk a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So, talking a lot of shit, you might get shot in the process. So, I think that's what happened.
Do you remember what you said?
Nah, I'm going to be honest. You want me to be honest?
Of course.
Yeah, that's why we have you here, man.
I want to know the man behind the tweets.
I wasn't talking shit. I used this dude tried to get me robbed about 2 years before that. I guess he didn't know that I wasn't that type of person. And what happened was, every time I seen him, I attacked him. Every single
what,
time.
your hands or what?
Yeah, I'll punch him in his face. I see his girl, and I squeeze his girl butt in front of him, and then I'll kiss him on his forehead. You know what I mean? Like, I would like really come up with the most creative.
Just emasculate this man.
To be disrespectful to him for trying to rob me.
Hold on, I want to hear some more creative methods. You kiss him on the forehead.
There's nothing more.
What you think was the most disrespectful that you did?
The most disrespectful thing I did was grab him and his girl's ass.
God,
they was like kissing at the bus stop. They're kissing each other, and I grabbed both their asses at the same time. And I wanted, because what I feel like, if you have an issue with somebody, and I think like the United States of America.
Okay.
When they go to war, they cripple you from the inside out.
Okay.
They attack your financial structure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The institutions immediately.
Yeah.
So I feel like, if you have issues with somebody and somebody's gonna do something to them, you attack their home first. So like if I find out like you want to do something to me, I'll make sure I'll punch your wife in the face when I see her.
Yeah, to really piss him off.
Because you got to think about it.
If you just got to go home to that every single night.
If the wife comes home and says,
"Yo, Tax punch me in the face,"
and you have an issue at home.
Yeah,
you don't just have an issue with me.
And you got to tell your wife, "I can't do nothing about that."
Yeah,
Tax is crazy.
So you have to explain that to your wife now. Now your wife says, "I got punched in the face. What are you gonna do about this?" And he's like, I don't know.
I'm not going to go fight this guy who's fighting women.
Yeah.
Now you get a divorce.
You look like a pussy in front of your wife.
You look like a pussy in front of your wife.
Wow.
Exactly. So it's like, it's from an inside out.
Let me ask you this.
Sun Tzu was my father.
So what was his breaking point? I love Sun Tzu, Art of War. So what was his breaking point that made him
his breaking point, it was crazy. It was like outside influence. Like we really wasn't going through it anymore. It was like 2 years later. And then one of my friends seen the dude and I guess thought I still had issues with him. He was in jail and he beat the dude up. And so the dude was like going around telling people like, "Oh, why did Tax send this dude to beat me up?" And I didn't send nobody to beat you up. And I see the dude and I was like, "Yo," I run up on him. I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?" We arguing and he said something slick and then I spit on him. And
straight disrespect.
I spit on him. Then the next day I seen him and I went to smack him again and he had a gun. I smacked him from behind. He didn't know it was me. And then I put him in a sleeper. And while he had me in a sleeper, that's when he shot me. So that's the reason I like actually lived, because he didn't see. So he had the gun like this.
Yeah.
So I went this way and came out here. So probably if he turned around, I'd have been dead because it would have went straight through my head.
So was you in a coma or anything?
No. I actually left the hospital like 2 days later. I left the hospital like 2 days later because I was like, all I could think about at the time was like, what would Tupac do? And I'm like, Tupac would leave this hospital and try to go get them, and he would shoot a video right after. So I was like, fuck that. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck that. We going out. We going to get this motherfucker. So I came out the hospital, and I remember the doctor was like, yo, you should walk around the hospital to see if you got your strength back because I know that you're weak from the blood loss. And I'm like, no, I'm good. And
call me weak again, Doc.
Yeah, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And then I was arrested after I got shot, by the way. You know what I mean? Because they said I allegedly shot 3 other people in the building. But I don't know what that was about. But anyway, I get to Central Bookings. I get to Central Bookings, and I'm standing there, and I remember I was talking to somebody, and they like, yo, man, what happened to your head? And I'm like, yo, I got shot. And they like, you got shot? Man, you ain't get shot. And that was the last word. I collapsed. And I woke up in the hospital again.
Wow.
Because I shouldn't have left the hospital. You know what I mean? So,
Question. Do you think that, like, when you're, I don't want to say the word crazy, but when you're willing to do anything, you find people treat you differently?
Yeah.
How do people treat you? You find people are honest with you?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with the word crazy. It's like
No,
Tupac and Juice.
no, but here's the thing. No, but here's the thing, because Dave Chappelle had a good point about crazy.
Because crazy is not knowing what you're doing.
You know what
I know exactly what I'm
doing.
doing.
You're just willing to go further than most people are.
I'm just willing to go further than most people.
That's why I always say, don't fuck with people if you don't give a fuck less than they do.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to give less.
So that's why I be arguing with people, and I be like, you got 3 kids, leave me alone. I'll meet you at the daycare. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't have 3 kids. Where you gonna meet me?
So listen,
Riverside, motherfucker.
So the guy after you got out of the hospital, you got your shrimp back. Did you go seek revenge on the dude? Or?
I actually did, man. And yo, man, I never seen him again.
He was out.
This dude. It was funny because everybody in the neighborhood knew our issues through Brooklyn, so people knew that I wasn't afraid of the dude. But it was like he basically, I think by him hiding so much, he made me more of that image that people don't want to mess with me because it was like
increase your
shot
mythology
him and disappeared. He didn't want to deal with me. You know what I mean? So it was like he kind of helped me out.
Are you willing, and I always ask people this, are people willing to accept their own karma? Because you have been fucking with the dude.
Hell yeah.
Then the dude shot you.
No, I wasn't at that. Yeah. I definitely knew what he did. He did exactly what he's supposed to do.
Gotcha.
He actually should have shot me a couple years before that.
when you grab the butts.
Yeah, exactly. I expected to get shot back then. So, you know what I mean? When he did it, I was like, I wasn't shocked, but it was like, he called me. I was in the hospital. It was like, oh, I didn't know it was you. I'm sorry. And all I could do was laugh. And I think that was the main reason I was trying to get out. Like, how dare you try to apologize to me? Because I'm blind on my left eye to this day. I can't see out my left eye. So it's like, when he said it, I was like, what? Motherfucker, I'm blind. Fuck you mean?
But
sorry.
for people who are listening right now, your left eye doesn't look like a glass eye or anything like that. It looks as if you could see.
Nobody knows unless I tell them.
Yeah.
Until I bump into you with some shit. Like,
and that could just look like a goon bumping into people when it's not even that. You just can't see.
It'll wander sometimes. A girl be like, oh, you fucked up eye. I'll be like, all right, well, cool.
You should say your big ass titties did that to my eye.
The reason I asked that question about karma is because like I'm the type of person, like when certain shit happened to me, I'll be like, all right, I deserve that.
Exactly.
There ain't no need for me.
I definitely know what I deserve.
Like what? Like what happened to me?
I got punched in my head the other day. I deserved it.
You got punched in the.
Yeah.
You worried about dying, bro?
Look.
Oh, I see a little
He
scar.
punched the shit out.
That's how I got this scar. I got this shit.
Like he punched the shit out.
You worry
he punched
about
me so hard. I was thinking about it it is weeks later, like 2 weeks. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, yo, this dude, he really punched the shit out of me. No, it was at a show. Naima Supreme was performing at a show.
More time for Naima.
And I was taping. I was trying to tape on the side of the show. Now, what happened was when I first got in the show, Manolo Rose was performing. And
Run, Ricky, run.
Run, Ricky, run. And they was trying to, and I guess I gave him a 5 and I hit a female. I didn't mean to. So they pushed me, and when I turned around, it was a whole bunch of dykes. So I was like, oh, shit. And I literally was like in the middle of a circle of 5 dykes pushing me like, what are you doing? And I just was like this. And I didn't want to hit them because I'm not going to hit these girls, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted people to see first that they was attacking me. Like, please let these people see they're attacking me before I start pushing these women. But then somebody came and broke it up. 10 minutes later, Naima was performing. I was trying to get a shot of her on stage, and somebody smacks the shit out me in the back of my head. So I turn around, and it's a manly-looking girl. So I see it, and I turn around, I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, the dykes really would just want to attack me tonight. Yeah. So I thought it was like attack on me. So I pushed her, and I didn't know how hard I pushed her. She literally flew off the stage. And soon as I did that, somebody jumped on the stage and knocked me the fuck out.
Lesbian?
No, a dude. It was her husband.
What?
Come to find out, the dude is a friend of my friend. He knew exactly who I was. She knew me. Yeah. She was trying to tell me, oh, it's me, not trying to attack me. I pushed the wrong female. The female next to her was the one that smacked me in the back of my head.
Yeah.
So it was like a whole misunderstanding.
Do you blame the guy for doing that?
Hell no. I pushed his wife.
Exactly.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
So that's a moment where you put a period at the end of karma.
Exactly.
You don't feel like you owe him anything.
Nah, I don't say. We could actually go eat and drink. He did what he's supposed to do. Actually, we might have had an issue if he didn't do anything for me pushing his wife. You know what I mean? So I respected it. I don't feel
funny
no
if you
sort
beat
of
up
way.
a guy for not beating you up for beating up his wife.
Yeah, how dare you not help your wife? I am that type of person.
I can tell people.
You're just gonna let me choke your wife out like that and not do nothing?
Yeah, for real.
I can tell people who do a lot of dirt though because you're very observant. When people walk in the room, you're looking like, who that?
You got
through the door. You
Jason
looking around,
Bourne type of shit. Yeah.
Well, the environment, I talk a lot of shit, and I don't mind speaking my opinion on certain things. I think that's why a lot of people check for my opinion because they know, I'll shit on my friend, I'll be you have to chill, you're whack, your music is whack, or your acting skills need to sharpen up. I feel that's what real friends do.
I agree.
That's all I want.
That's
when I'm slipping, as my friend, I want you to grab me and say, you slipping, motherfucker. Word. Don't wait for the NYPD to tell me I'm slipping.
But you think that people are worried, to be honest with you, because of repercussions?
I do think that sometimes, but that's why I try to be I try to be so much more honest to bring it out of them.
And you respect their honesty. You won't be angry at their honesty?
I'm never that type of person because I can't. How dare me criticize people all day and not get criticized for something I do? If you point something out wrong that I do, please tell me. I'm a lover of knowledge. I love knowledge, so I love learning. If you know that I'm doing something wrong, you could teach me better. Teach me.
See, I agree with what you said just now because I think you a bitch ass motherfucker. If you constantly critique people all day like I do, like you do. And then somebody come at me, Charlamagne, you bleaching your skin, and then I get upset.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, who cares? Like, you got to let other people have their opinion, too. The people will respect your opinion that much more.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I feel like people tend to gravitate to those who don't give validation easily.
Oh, yeah, they want it.
They want it even
They
more.
want your validation.
It's like, if you're a whore, people don't want to fuck you as bad. But if you're the virgin, everybody's like, yo, I want to be the first one who gets that.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's what happens a lot of time with you and maybe possibly in your life. It's like, rappers go, shit, if Charlamagne co-signs this shit, I must be hot.
Yeah, I be sitting back sometimes like, why do you give a fuck if I like your shit?
Because it means that you're not giving pussy to everybody. You're giving pussy to select
pussy to
few.
nobody. I don't got a pussy.
Wale. You love Wale.
I think Wale's dope.
Exactly.
I think Wale is dope too, man. As much as I joke on him, because the thing is that I joke on a lot of artists, and I think they take it like all the way serious. And they be like, motherfucker, I loved your album. Why did you block me?
Word.
I bought that shit. I was fucking joking. Like, it was a joke. Like,
you know what I learned?
Like, Nipsey Hussle blocked me. I really took that personal because I really liked this dude's album.
Nipsey.
And that was like my first time ever listening, the $100 album, really listening to him. So when I'm like, motherfucker, you blocked me. I love your fucking album, motherfucker.
Nah, I was on this
Why? Because you would troll him? On
Yeah,
the internet
I was joking on it. I said, when he first said that the CD was $100, I said a joke about it, and I was blocked immediately.
They're sensitive, man.
Yeah,
I realize
very.
I started fucking with Nipsey when he had the Bullets Ain't Got No Name CD, but they're very sensitive. And Wendy Williams gave me the best piece of advice. She said, you're either going to be of the people or of the industry. Because when you're of the people, you're going to talk like how we talk. Freely.
Exactly,
You're going to give your honest
freely.
opinion about
Yeah.
music, give your honest opinion about movies, whatever, not give a shit. When you're of the industry, you ain't going to really give your honest opinion because you're going to want to get invited to the album release party.
Exactly.
You're going to want them to follow you on Twitter. You're going to want them to let you into their shows, all that bullshit.
You could go to the parties or throw the parties.
The people is who run the show, though, man, and they don't
You got
understand
the
that.
people, that's the power right there.
They don't. I had a conversation with a dude the other day because like I was like one of the first people like going hard for Bobby Shmurda Hot Nigga song, and like so many people like it was so much discrepancies. The super hip hop lovers, that's not hip hop, and he's dancing and it's a freestyle and it's this, and I'm like, I love hip hop too. Like I don't even listen to half these dudes that's rapping today. Like I still have Big's album like to this day in rotation. Like, but when I promote this type of music, they come at me like, how dare you? When Scott LaRock and it's like,
No, when J. Cole's out here saving hip hop.
yeah, and I love J. Cole. I like J. Cole album.
I like J. Cole too.
I feel his shit is fire, but it's like I am not going to fucking take a bitch to the club to go listen to J. Cole.
Oh, I got J. Cole in the car when I'm driving, and I'm taking Ray Schmerman in the motherfucking
Exactly.
club.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
That is what, J. Cole could fuck up some pussy for you.
He'll fuck some pussy up
could
for
start
you.
getting conscious.
He'll fuck some pussy up for himself. He rides a bike to the studio. J. Cole can't get pussy right now.
J. Cole, I agree with that. Like I'm looking at Instagram yesterday and I see Nas shout out the Ray Schmerman album,
Shremmerd.
whatever.
Yeah.
If I can't
Yeah,
pronounce
I
it.
know. Anything with
But
the S in.
they like mad at Nas, like, yo, you supposed to be hip hop.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
love
can
that
read.
shit.
You're not supposed to do that. And they did it to Q-Tip when Q-Tip said something about the Migos. It was like, Q-Tip, how dare you? And I'm like, the Migos is Slick Rick. Like, they're the same thing. Whole bunch of jury, Gordy, you know what I mean?
But they act like you can't have balance.
Yeah.
Like I can't like both.
I can't
If
like
you
salt and
you
pepper.
like it, dude. It's like food. I don't give a fuck if it
Yeah,
comes from a
exactly.
goddamn truck in the street. If it's delicious,
It's-
I'm gonna
it's
get the
delicious.
fucking food, bro.
Yeah.
It's
The
a-
music is good. We're gonna listen to music.
I agree. It's a regional thing though, because I grew up in South Carolina amongst corner population less than 8,000, right? So we didn't have no musical identity back then. Like we didn't have like how Brooklyn got Biggie, Jay.
Yeah.
We didn't have no rappers back then growing up. I mean, of course we got rappers now, but back then we used to listen to everything.
Yeah.
I used to listen to West Coast. I used to listen to down south, New York.
And this
shit,
is
and
what
never
I
got flack for.
This is what I explained to a couple of my friends the other day because they all was going in on this. Oh, where did this word fleet come from and this? And I'm like, do you not understand that we're in the information era? That if if this was 20 years ago and somebody said bout it on Twitter, and let's say in 1994, we would have knew about it that day in 1994 and not 1996 when Master P decided to say it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why a girl or a white girl from Wisconsin could say fleek, and then we say, oh, I like that word, and now the person in New York could be saying it tomorrow. There's no,
but you know what that shit is about?
boundaries.
That shit is about when we're getting old. And we don't know the slang, and then we stop feeling cool. Like, we go, yo, what the fuck are these words that I don't fucking know anymore? Like, I remember when Fleet came out, I remember a couple words, and I stopped knowing what the fucking words were, and I started hating. I was like, man, these kids make stupid ass fucking words. But all I'm really saying is, man, I'm not cool anymore. I mean, what the fuck? I fell off.
No, you know you be mad because you wasn't the first group to know about it.
Yeah, why am I so late?
You be offended.
I'm trying to learn the whip dance and shit. What the fuck
like
is
right
it?
now, everybody, mainstream America, they using thought. Mainstream America, they using basic. Like, yo, you saying that shit 4 years ago.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Like, Trill was so old.
Yeah, Trill is shit.
Trill was Boosie and Webby
But
back in the early 2000s.
That's a good point. It was like back in the day when you were on top of slang and on top of these words, you felt cool because it was insulated. And just like you said, now with Twitter and the internet, it's not insulated anymore.
Oversaturated. The second it happens,
it's no longer yours or ours or communities. It's the fucking internet.
When you watch the news, if you watch CNN right now,
they're saying thought, fleek, all this shit.
If you watch CNN right now, it was a shooting early to happen in France. 2 rogue shooters.
You know all the shootings.
Yeah.
You like,
but if you watch CNN right,
this guy knows every shooting that happened.
You got to know the shootings, man. Free Bobby Shmurda, GS9.
It took 7 people out in Croatia. I know.
You got to know in CNN, right? If I will find out on Twitter first if that shooting happened before I see it on CNN.
Yo, Duval was telling me this the other day. He's like, Twitter right now has become news. It's CNN. It's not.
Always been that.
No,
first of all, Duval make me sick when he say that because he's late as a motherfucker. Twitter's always been news.
First, no, this is you and him going back and forth.
It's always been an update of whatever you're doing.
What's going on?
No, it has been an update, but back in the day, before Instagram, before there was pictures and that kind of shit, it was, hey, what's up? Hey, I'm doing fucking toothbrushing.
I see the video. I see the video of the shooting this morning. 2 hours before CNN put it up. All I watch is CNN. I don't watch nothing but CNN and Twitter.
Because that's people in real time at the scene like, oh shit, look what's going on.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as I say with the slang.
Yeah.
So when the girl says fleek on Vine, that fast.
Done.
Fleek is in New Orleans, California, Croatia, Greenland.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. So
the news can't even
So
keep
stop
up.
being upset that your slang is getting out there because you can't do anything about it.
Can't do shit about it,
You should
man.
be happy.
Yeah.
I guess you just can't get no credit for it. You can't get no credit for it. You can't get paid for it.
Yeah, like I seen a girl getting mad on Twitter one day about somebody. I think she said Drake was doing the Bay music and stuff like that. I was like, that's everybody's music now. Like, music is like it's like New York dude saying, "Oh, New York gotta come back." How the fuck New York gonna come back? Down south is mad fucking states, nigga. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
New York is one state.
People think New York got more than 12 million people.
No, this is the
it
problem.
Doesn't.
New York is one, and then when you talk about New York, you're talking about 5 boroughs. You're not even talking about Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse,
Yo, but
Albany.
how about New York never left? New
Yeah.
York ain't never left. You know what the problem is? People don't like the sound that New York has evolved into. They mad at Manolo Rose. They mad at Bobby Shmurda.
But who
they
are
mad
these
at
people?
Troy Ave. They mad at A$AP Rocky. They mad at French. It's a different sound now.
But I think
it ain't
these
that
are-
90s boom bap.
You know what it is?
But who is it?
It's the internet once again, because just like you said, how you grew up in the South and you only listen to certain rappers, as only certain rappers was out.
Yeah.
But now, how am I going to tell my little brother that Chief Keef isn't dope?
Because that's
all
what
he
he
listens
listens
to.
to, yeah.
How am I going to tell him that? How am I not going to tell him he can't say certain words from Chicago? Because that's him. He wakes up in the morning. He puts on YouTube. He is in Chicago in Chief Keef living room.
That's his breast milk. You can't tell somebody their breast milk doesn't taste delicious.
That's
all
like
they
you
know.
telling me that Biggie wasn't the best rapper at one point. Like, I be wanting to fight people, but it's like I can't fight this kid for telling me Lil Wayne is better. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm not agreeing with that at all. I mean, I like Lil Wayne. I grew up on Lil Wayne, but he's not better than Big.
Oh, no, I don't think-
certain
but that's their
conversations-
opinion.
But no, that's their opinion.
How could you tell them that when they first spark of intelligence in their life of comprehension and they heard Carter 3?
I'm with you, but
No,
this is my
I-
thing.
listen,
I
yeah.
do not want to have an argument with a 19-year-old about Big being better than Wayne if you've never listened to Big.
Yeah,
Even
If
if
you
they
listen-
listen, though,
if you
it's
listen-
dated to them. It's like with Richard Pryor, right? We're actually having this conversation last night about Pryor. I grew up, right? I'm a stand-up, so I loved Eddie because that was my Chief Keef. That was my first person that I grew up listening. So by the time I listened to Pryor and watched Pryor, I had already seen it. Do you know what I'm saying? I had seen so many people copy Pryor that Pryor look like a copy to me.
Exactly, yeah.
So I was like, I'm not really feeling this guy, even though he's the one who started all this other shit. So I understand these kids who might listen to Migos or Chief Keef, they listen to Big, and they're like, I mean, I get it, but the beats are kind of whack.
I think it's a generational thing, but I think greatness stands the test of time. And the reason I say that, I was at the airport 2 weeks ago, leaving Orlando. It's this little dude, he on the phone with his man. He like, yo, I'm about to get the black Timbs, you know what I'm saying? The black and the white Timbs. Dude on the phone like, man, white Timbs is corny. He said, man, you corny. Then the little dude, he's like 18, he starts spitting a Big L verse. So the dude on the phone goes, what the fuck is you rapping? He goes, that's Big L. He goes, Big L whack. Dude goes, man, you whack. he said, yo, I know who you like. You like Exhibit. Oh, pimp my ride ass nigga. This dude's like 17, 18. So that lets me know greatness stands the test of time.
You know, it also comes from a level of intellect. You know, back then, it was kind of fly to be smart.
Some of the dudes was gangster back then.
But even some of the dudes that thought they was intelligent back then wasn't intelligent.
They just used big words.
I realized that I had a lack of intelligence back then because I thought they was intelligent. And when I listen back, and I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
You had me.
Give me an example. Like who?
I don't.
Don't stop talking shit now, man.
Right, don't stop talking
shit now, man.
Wu-Tang is too deep, man. I can't shoot
No.
Wu-Tang.
I appreciate Wu-Tang more now because back then I wasn't studying 5% lessons. When I started studying 5% lessons, I understood what they were saying.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
C-Cypher Divine, like, whoa.
But you don't feel like when you listen to Wu-Tang, like
I grew up on that. My mother was Earth.
But here's the thing, like when
knowledge.
I didn't listen to lots of Wu-Tang, but I remember even verses that I loved. It felt like, okay, you just trying to put big words in here. I bomb atomically, Sophocles, philosophy. Like,
that's
the verse I was going to.
That
of course it was.
I loved it.
That's one of the greatest
Why did you
verses
say
of all
that shit?
time.
Exactly. You could have said that shit way easier, dog.
I
bomb atomically,
I want that on my
Sophocles,
tombstone.
philosophies.
I bomb atomically on my tombstone.
Mockery's philosophy.
He bombs atomically.
You literally just put in mockery and said how many words was 3 syllables.
And I loved it. I loved it. Yo, I still love it to this day.
That's the greatest way to start a verse.
One day, I was sitting high as a giraffe's ass. I forgot what I was smoking, and I sat there and I said, why the fuck did he say this shit?
No!
So many years later.
No, listen. He said, I bomb atomically. Socrates' philosophies and high prophecies can't define how I be dropping these. Meaning Socrates' philosophies or any high prophecy can't define the shit that I be dropping.
Man, I know what it meant.
That shit is amazing.
I know what it meant, but it was unnecessary.
But still, I was so mad.
Unnecessary.
I said, yo, like, you so happy that you did okay in science class. Like, that's why I was mad. I was like, so what? I was kind of shitty in science until I realized all it was reading and comprehension. But when I was like, you was just so happy that you was better in science than me. Like,
listen,
and we were sitting there listening
atomically.
to. Yeah, I know it.
I want that on my tombstone. That is ill.
Let me ask you.
He bombed atomically.
What other bombs would you use?
Whatever.
I bomb, but not the atomic ones. The ones that's a little less powerful.
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to use an atomic bomb.
I nuclear bomb.
I bomb atomically.
Listen.
Look, it's a little extra. That's all I'm saying.
I thought you was gonna say Keith Murray, and I like Keith Murray. I think he's dope, but Keith Murray definitely had a dictionary.
I don't think Keith Murray went to school.
Nah, I don't think he went to school either.
I don't think he went to school. I think he was a product of the era of 5%ers and learning words and using them all the way out of context.
Yeah, because he was like, y'all mythological niggas is comical. The astronomical is coming through like the flu bombing you. Like I didn't understand it.
Yeah, and that was another issue.
That's a mythological nigga. Like
did you fuck the bitches or did you not fuck the bitches?
I don't know when black people learned that astronomical word, but it was like 2 years straight. The motherfucker, everything was astronomical, man. I was like, yo, when the fuck? I said, did these niggas just discover NASA? I was pissed.
Somebody got some pussy off of astronomical. And after that, everybody's like, yo, I need to put this in a verse.
No words have been rhymed together more than lyrical and miracle.
Lyrical, miracle.
And Hennessy and nicotine. And Hennessy. Tupac did it every time by himself.
I like Pac. Pac was so dope, and Pac, so many people could recognize Pac. And I didn't like Pac when he was alive.
Me either.
I hated Pac when he was alive.
Yeah,
actually.
I appreciated him more.
He was so simple that anybody from anywhere could understand him. It wasn't over anybody's head ever.
Yeah, he was a great communicator.
Great communicator. Yeah. He knew how to deliver his
he knew how to speak. He when he spoke, you listened.
Yes.
You wanted to hear Tupac talk.
Not when he was alive. I didn't fuck with Pac. Once he did that, hit him up and he did Biggie and Mobb Deep.
But still,
I thought I was bad boy at the time. Like
me too.
You could. I didn't have silk shirts, but in my mind, I did.
Were bad boy.
I had 73 silk
shirts.
When
I was locked up, in the Berkeley County Detention Center one time. I think this is the first time I got locked up. I was writing down Bad Boys 1997 roster. And I had me and my dude, A. Rizzler, who's dead now, on the Bad Boy roster. Like we was going to get signed to Bad Boy.
What else was you going to do besides Bad Boy back then? Bad Boy was hip hop. Like they like almost define what hip hop is today. Bad Boy is Migos. Like that's who the Locks would have been. I heard somebody said that the Locks was like the Migos was the down south version of the Locks.
Of the Locks,
And I laughed at it and said, hell fucking no. But then I was like, damn, maybe if they would have stayed with Bad Boy, they would have been.
Interesting.
They would have had 97 chains on, silk shirts.
They took it back to the street because everybody started saying the shiny suits.
People were saying the shiny suits. The suits, the streets pushed them. And, I always try to tell people, like, the streets don't love nobody, man. You can't be sitting here talking about what the street said. That's like the dude, like this kid the other day, he got jumped by these kids, and he like, Tax, I'm going back out, I'm shooting them niggas tonight. So I said, all right, yo, check it. Yo, when I fuck your bitch next year.
Because you in jail.
Like, he's like, yo, what type of shit is that? And I'm like, the streets don't love you. I said, you gonna go out there and shoot them because the street said you pussy? I said, you better be strategic, motherfucker. I said, if you really want to shoot him next year. If you don't feel like shooting him next year, you was never supposed to shoot him.
Dude,
stop you know motherfuckers waiting on how to shoot people. You playing chess with shooting.
If GS9 would have listened to me, they wouldn't be in jail.
I believe.
Let's get back to that. Let's do the mirror.
But real quick, Damian Lemon, he said that Damian Lemon is a comedian, he's on Guy Code, so he said a great thing. He's like, dudes will go broke trying to impress people that are broke.
Yeah, man,
and that's to that exact same thing. It's like, you gonna go to jail trying to impress dudes that are in jail already, or the streets is broke? You know what I mean? Who are you trying to impress?
Let's do the mirror. We talk about that. That's what we're gonna pick up at.
All right, man.
All right, building a website can be tough, and even if you do know your way around
coding, but we're not. Well, okay, go.
And even if you do know your way around coding, creating something that looks good and works good is a time-consuming affair. But thing is, you probably need one anyway, a business site, a portfolio, a restaurant, whatever else.
Taxstone, you need a website, man. We need to make you a website, and all it is
Tax me the podcast.
All the murders and killings and stabbings that are happening in the world, you put in one central location.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
because you know that it's happening
only
before
the
it's
ones
happening.
That people know about though,
you
if
could
not, it's snitching.
But you could charge a premium.
I didn't retweet those dudes' pictures yesterday that shot the cops, and they said they was wanted. I didn't retweet. I retweeted it once they found them.
But you knew who they were already. Yo, you could make so much money from the police or FBI if they just came to you. You were the informant.
Oh shit!
Think about the amount of money.
If I'm informed. You know how fast I get killed.
That's true.
I don't want to. I might not get killed. They don't kill snitches no more.
Why not?
They just take pictures of them on Instagram. They welcome them home. They buy them a car. Yeah, you can snitch. Snitching is cool now.
It's not what it was in the 90s. In the 90s,
it was dangerous
being
to
called
snitch
a rat
before.
meant something.
Yeah, even the mob wives. Look at the mob wives now. The mob wives.
They got TV shows.
Based around, like, one of the mob wives just now with the new show.
Yeah.
She just got her boyfriend got cut in his face.
Yeah,
and she put the picture of the guy that cut her boyfriend in the face on Instagram. Added TMZ under the pen. I said, "You're a mob wife. What are you doing?"
Yeah, handle this.
I said,
"Why you letting TMZ handle your beef?"
She ain't a mob wife. She's a TV star.
Finish the ad.
All right, we got to get back to this thing, but I think we're on to something with this website, man. I see a lot of sponsorships coming in. We could get the First 48 to sponsor it. You know what I mean? Like you'll be seeing these guys on next season of First 48, brought to you by Taxstone. All right, ready? So, all right. Anyway, building a website could be tough, and even if you do know your way around coding, creating that look that looks good and works good is a time-consuming affair. But the thing is, you probably need one anyway, a business site, a portfolio, a restaurant, whatever else it is. Lucky for you, we have Squarespace to build a beautiful website for you without breaking a sweat.
Yeah, you probably haven't heard of it, but I'm sure you have because it's the Brilliant Idiots. Those are the guys that designed the Brilliant Idiot site, right?
Absolutely.
So go to squarespace.com and check it out. You heard a lot about Squarespace already. Well, how about the all-new Squarespace? Squarespace 7 comes with a newly designed interface and 15 new templates, but so much more, too. Thinking about Squarespace for work. It now integrates with Google Apps so you can connect it to your Gmail, Google Drive for cloud storage, Google Forms for surveys on your site, and more. And if you need extra polish, Squarespace is now partnered with Getty Images so you can take care of all your stock images needs in the same place you manage your site.
And if you need proof that Squarespace is so easy to use that even an idiot can design a website with it, then you need to look no further than thebrilliantidiots.com, okay? That's right. We designed our website where you can get our T-shirts using Squarespace And not only was it easy to set up, it was easy to set up the merchandising, integrating credit cards, and all of that. It is a great system, and the templates look good. There's a lot of websites that I've noticed that people put up, and it looks like an old MySpace page. It just looks shitty. These templates actually look professional. So you get a professional site, you throw some pictures up there, you look good.
And you can start a trial with no credit card required. Start building your website today. And when you go to Squarespace to sign up, make sure to use the offer code IDIOTS. That's IDIOTS to get 10% off and to show your support for our show. And we thank Squarespace for their support of our show. Okay?
Squarespace, start here, go anywhere, everybody.
Now, back to the hood, man. I've been telling people forever, like, why do we put so much stock and so much love to a place that don't do nothing but suck the fucking life out of us? Yo?
Yeah, I have that discussion so many times. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of them listen to me because they know I was outside.
Word.
So I always sit there and I'd be like, motherfucker, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you mad that 50 Cent won't come back to the hood for?
Why come back?
Didn't he work to get out the hood? Like, you know, you in the hood because you have to be there, motherfucker. I'm selling drugs on this block because I have to.
Not because I want
now
to.
When I get a job, am I to come back on the same corner that I was selling drugs on? No, motherfucker. I go to work and I come home.
What do they
This is
want
no
them
longer
to
the
do?
office. I don't know, and I always wondered that. Like, what do you want them to do when
Let's
they
say
come
they
back,
came
to,
back
the
to the hood.
Do you want them to sit with you and eat ice cream?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I think
Share
that-
crack with you.
Just
What?
spend
Like,
some
the corny-
time
the corniest
together.
shit in the world?
What the fuck? It's
Remember
not
when
your
Jay-Z-
dad.
Remember when Jay-Z said in that rap, he was like, yo, I don't be in the projects all day. Talking about how I be in the projects all day. Or, no, I don't be in the project hallway.
Talking about how I
be in the projects all day. That
Yeah.
sounds stupid to me. I remember seeing a video, and I know Fat Joe from the hood, but he was like, yo, I be in the hood. He's laying on the steps and shit. I'm like, yo, what is you proving?
Yeah.
Like, that was the stupidest shit to me in the early 2000s. Like, why are y'all trying to prove y'all still in the hood?
But here's the
Yeah.
question: how do you keep the people? Like we were saying earlier, if you have the people, then you
By
don't need
doing
the
for the
industry.
people.
Yeah, but how do you keep the people if, when you get to a certain level, the hood leaves you? If those people go, you know what, fuck
They gonna
this
do
guy,
that
he doesn't
regardless.
respect
I had
it.
a-
Are
I had a
they? Because I
discussion
feel
in
like
a-
they stay with
Nah,
Jay.
they gonna do
They
that
stay
regardless.
with certain
You
people.
gonna lose some.
Joe Button, for instance, right? He speaks to all his fans. So when a Joe Button show comes up, Joe Button gets no radio play. But when a Joe Button show comes up,
Packed.
it's packed. You know why? Because they feel like they're going to support their friend,
They people,
their
yeah.
peoples, instead of just a rapper. They feel obligated
I'm gonna be
to
honest.
buy
I
that
don't know if
ticket.
Joe Budden's a good example because he's still got one foot in the hood for real. Like Joe's career could go right back. To
Oh
mine.
yeah, of course.
Who's
But
A-list?
if you watch him, he's been at a steady pace as far as the internet goes, as far as keeping him eating. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I fuck with Budden. Budden, put it like this: a lot of things that people are doing now, like J. Cole and all them, Budden been doing.
Yeah.
Been doing.
Independently too. I feel like
as
he's
far
got
as,
an
As far as
impressive.
just going out there and shaking everybody's hand, kissing all the babies, Budden been
I had that
doing
discussion with somebody because somebody was asking me like, yo, why when you say a record is dope, they all listen? I said, because I'm them and I speak to them. The rest of y'all is looking at them like, oh, they don't exist.
Word.
People won't respond to certain people on Twitter because they got 40 followers, and I respond to them. I'll speak to them.
I talk to everybody.
I don't care.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? As long as you enlightening or you got something sharp to say, I fall in love with minds. I don't even know what half the dudes look like that I follow on Twitter because I like their personality. I like the way they think. I didn't follow you because you was cute, nigga. Fuck you, man. How you gonna walk up on me? How you gonna walk up on me and talk about, oh, I'm such and such, like looking at me like you mad because I didn't acknowledge you? I'm like, oh, nice to meet you, motherfucker. I didn't look at your AV.
Word up.
Say that smart
said
shit
some
you were
clever
saying.
shit.
Like me,
And I respected it. You know what I mean?
but you can tell people who've been outside. Like,
posing like his picture for you. You don't remember this?
Yeah, like you don't know me. Like,
you
no,
can-
actually, I don't.
you can tell people who really been outside. Like I started following Tax. Cause I just thought the motherfucker was interesting. He's funny. I could tell he really was
before
outside.
you came in here. He was like, yo, he's a funny ass dude on Twitter. This motherfucker's funny.
Bring him on the fucking podcast. Why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? But I think that's how you give back to the hood. Because people that's from the hood can see other people that's from the hood who got the same type of talents or whatever and be like, yo, at least showcase them. That's
Yeah.
the least you can do. Because I ain't go to college. You know what I'm saying? Only reason I got a motherfucking shot is because somebody gave me one.
I wish I'd went to college. I regret that shit so much.
You can
man.
still go. It's
I know.
there.
Man, I wanted the college experience, man. I wanted the dorm rooms, you know,
I used
the
to fuck
frat
mad
parties.
bitches
Like,
in
I really wanted that experience. I know I could go to
You can
college
still
right
fuck,
now.
You can do that now.
You know
Go
what I mean?
fuck girls. If you want to party and get high.
I was
with the
thinking about
motherfuckers.
going to sell crack on the campus, but I said, man, They're going to give me so many years.
Nah, prescription pills.
Nah, you're not going to be able to sell that
You want
crack. You need to
prescription
sell that.
pills.
Yeah, you need
Prescription
pills. You need
That's
some
the
Molly.
Yeah, Oxycontin and all
Yeah.
that good shit like that.
Fuck drugs, man. I don't want to sell drugs no more because guess what? I don't want to go to jail.
What you used to
I
sell?
don't, man. I used to sell everything. It's nothing I ain't sold. I sold ass. I sold everything. Not my ass, but I sold crack.
You gotta
and
clarify
ass crack.
that shit very quickly.
When the first time you sold crack?
Um,
Like who was the first person to put a pack in your hand?
the first person. Damn, who was it? I think it was an older cousin.
For me, it was my dude. The same guy I was talking about, A. Rizzler. He's dead now. He gave me $100 slab. We used to call them slabs down south.
Yeah,
And
slab.
It was a
man.
gram, and you supposed to get what is it? $100 for a gram? $100 each gram? I don't remember. I just
Shit
used to-
down there,
whatever.
yeah.
No, it was 2 grams. You pay $100, and you get 2 grams. And you're supposed to make $20 off each gram or some shit like that. I don't fucking remember. But I'm supposed to make $200 back off the 2 grams. Basically. So I
You
cut
know
it
it
up
was
into
worse.
20.
You know it was worse than selling crack. Selling ass crack. Pimping is
Pimping?
It was hard to fucking
Wait a
sell
minute, you
ass.
used to,
no.
you used to
It
pimp.
wasn't hard. It was easy. Yeah.
How many girls did you have?
I started off as a pimp with 5 girls.
Okay, so how do you convince these girls? I'm fascinated by this shit.
They was my age. I was in 7th grade. I was pimping girls that was in 7th grade.
Did they have hair on their pussy?
Yeah, some of them did. No, seriously.
And who was fucking them? Older guys or
Yeah.
kids in the school?
Older guys.
How old?
Old men.
They were
40
fucking
something.
7-year-olds?
They didn't
7th
even know.
grade.
7th
So-
grade. No,
How old
7th
were you in
Jesus
grade.
Christ.
7th grade?
About 13.
13. God damn,
it's
so.
it's
That's
true.
high school. You got
Junior high school.
middle school.
I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not 13 in 7th grade. You're 13 in high school.
You about 13.
You 11
I
in
was
7th
12
grade.
I was 12 and I never got left back, and I was 12 in
Because think about it.
sixth
You're
grade.
18 when you graduate high school, right? So 13,
You
14,
supposed to
15,
go
16.
shoot all of these old men right now because they was fucking
No,
little
you know,
girls.
when I think about it, as I got older, and I realized like it wasn't even when I got older. I was still young when I realized it was wrong. Like everything about it, you know what I mean? Just from the manipulation. I don't like manipulation. I feel like manipulation is rape of the mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like if you lie to me consistently, you manipulate me, you trying to rape my mind.
Yeah.
So and that's what you got to do to a lot of the girls. But for the girls my age, I didn't have to do it. They was just like with it. They was just naturally freak girls that we was in school having sex with, and I'm like, yeah, y'all want to get some money? And they had misguided parents, and they didn't care.
They was
And
already
next
sucking dick.
Yeah,
I
they was already
understand.
sucking dick. I put them on the track. It was so crazy because this is like how I got known in my neighborhood because I was only 13 years old with hoes on the track. And to have 5 hoes on the track is like an NBA contract.
Yeah, so
I didn't know.
They talk about you know like yo go get taxed.
They
Tax
like,
out all
yo,
the
he
young
got
pussy.
5 hoes. Like, we got to kill him. So when I start finding out people want to kill me for having 5 hoes and they got 2 or 1, and then I had like 2 white girls and 2 very, very light-skinned girls. You know, in the hood, it don't matter if you're white and you're 700 pounds, you're white.
You just wanna fuck that
Yeah,
slow
Nobody
button.
counted a white girl, so it's
Yeah.
like, she's white.
Yeah.
The 700-pound white girl leaves with way more money than Tahiri
I want to
would
fuck
leave
that
with.
snow bunny. I want to fuck that Nubian white queen.
Exactly.
How much
Yeah.
you was charging for this young pussy?
At the time, it was $150, $50 for head.
God damn.
Wait, it was 50 for a head and
50 for head,
$150 to
$150 for
fuck.
And how much
and how
did
much
you get a
would you
girls?
get?
I was getting everything, actually, because most of them didn't even have any place to live, so they lived with me for free. Most I'll get them with outfits, and I fed them.
And did you live with your parents at the time?
No. I left home. I was getting too much money. You know what happened was that I started being bad in school. And when I
Mind
started
you in
being
7th grade.
I'm in 7th grade.
Okay.
I started being bad in school, and my mother was always spoiled me. And then she was like, I'm not buying you stuff no more. You being bad. But what it was I was too far ahead. I knew multiplication in like kindergarten.
You weren't
know
being
what I mean?
challenged and shit.
So
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I was in school, it was hard for me to pay attention because I would breeze through my work.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would just end up starting trouble because I was bored.
Bored.
Yeah.
So what happened, I started getting in trouble in school, and then I wanted to keep up with my outfits and stuff. So that's how I ended up pimping and selling crack and all. And this was 12, 13 years old. You know what I mean?
And you moved out. Where'd you move?
I had a fiend. The fiend had to go to an old folks home. I took the fiend apartment over in Bayview Projects, had a 3-bedroom apartment, and I was living there with all 5 of my hoes and one other dude. And then I kicked him out because he was dirty. I remember waking up in the middle of the night and smelling ketchup. That's not
Hold
a smell.
on. You the one. You pimping young hoes, but he's the dirty one.
Yeah, I was man. Hoes are clean, believe it or not.
Hold up.
It's the other girls you gotta worry about. Hoes want to suck your dick with a condom on. You meet a girl right now at the club, she ain't gonna tell you put a condom on your dick and
That's
suck
very
it.
true. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got,
A
like,
hoe is gonna say put a condom on your dick. You gonna be
crackheads
like-
too.
and be scared of her when she tell you. But
You ever fucked a crackhead?
several.
Okay, because people look at me so weird when I say that shit. Like, if you ever sold crack and you was outside, you fucked
a crackhead.
They come with no
You
money.
had to be horny one day, and then she looked at you with them glassy eyes and told you she's gonna suck your dick. You said, "Damn, she probably really gonna suck the shit out of my dick for
She
$10."
ain't have no money. You let her give you some
Yeah,
head.
hell yeah. A crackhead tried to suck my dick recently.
guys.
I ran.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally.
You know what's so funny, man?
Hell no,
sorry to hear that.
crackhead,
You know what's so
man.
funny? I know it's gonna come a point in this
crackheads.
conversation where I'm gonna want to ask Tax, when did he turn his life around? But you ain't really turned your life around yet.
No, my life is turned around. You know, it is, and it ain't. See what I'm saying?
He's not pimping
It's-
7th graders.
No,
His life is fucking turned around.
And mind you was in 7th grade at the time, so it wasn't
Yeah.
like you was doing some illegal pedophile.
No,
shit.
it was. That's what, and
No,
it was
the
crazy
people were
because
fucking were.
that was my mindset. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, these dudes was the dudes that I was on the track with was really on CNN. Like they caught a big case, and I always thought like, if I got arrested, what the fuck was they gonna charge me with? Because there wasn't. It's not even a prostitution charge in New York.
Really?
You can get a solicit and a prostitute charge, but there's no charge for prostitution.
So you can sell pussy, you just can't buy pussy.
You can sell pussy. You can't sell pussy. They're gonna still arrest you, but they're gonna give you another charge.
Got you.
Why? Why?
They
is
don't
that?
have a charge for selling pussy in New York City.
So technically, it's not illegal to sell pussy,
No.
but they could charge you with loitering or some other bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Loitering is loitering is a charge that the girls repeatedly
That's how they get
got.
you in Vegas.
Yeah, loitering completely. You know, you buy pussy.
I
mean,
love
you're
buying
a pussy
pussy.
purchaser. Yeah.
That's what happened to Wax one time in Vegas. I told you about that?
What happened?
He was downstairs in the fucking lobby. His dumb ass thinks the girl actually
Likes
likes
him.
him. So he's talking to the girl, and they chatting it up. He's like, let's go back to the room. They come back to the room. They opening up the mini bar, buying drinks, and she was like, yo, I just want you to know before we go any further, it's gonna be $350. He's like, $350
For what?
for what? He was like, for some pussy, and he was like, oh shit, you a prostitute? I thought you was here because you like my fucking abs or some shit like that.
Nah, ain't no bitch. No
Ego.
fucking female ever liked a motherfucker in Vegas.
Never.
Never.
Not no random ass chick walking up on you.
No
My
female
man was
ever
gambling
liked
in the
motherfucker
what is that?
Vegas.
The Palms? No. The Aria. Gambling in the Aria.
Yeah.
Girl comes up to him, regular shit that you see on TV every fucking day. Comes up to him, chills with him. He falls asleep, wakes up with no jury.
What?
I'm like, you shouldn't even called me and told me about this. We're gonna laugh at you for the rest of your life. You should have kept that to yourself.
Word.
Cause that's like we see that every day on TV.
Yeah,
like,
how you get got, bro?
yeah, how you get got?
Now
You
listen,
thought the girl liked him.
We'll come back to your criminal past in a minute, but like now you do break a lot of music on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Bobby, I think I might have even started watching the Bobby Smurda vid because you posted it. And same thing with Manola Rose. It's like it's two people on Twitter who music taste are really.
What is your Twitter?
gold.
Just so people know.
Taxstone, Taxstone.
So it's you and Relly on Smash. I always check to see what y'all into.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody approached you to be kind of like an unofficial A&R? Because I
Yes.
get that a lot from people. They want me to come A&R their projects, help them pick beats. Listen
Yeah,
to music,
you know
that type of
everything,
shit.
but I'm not the type of person that's just gonna. I'm not gonna attach myself to anything.
You lose your value like
yeah,
that.
I'm not. You know
Once
what I
you're
mean?
paid for it, now I can't trust you because
a
I'm
real
like,
big exec asked me to start like at a label party a couple weeks ago. He asked me to start tweeting about a certain rapper, and I was like,
Nah.
you know, no,
Not if I ain't feeling them.
yeah, like he wanted him to gain a following in New York, and I was like, nah, man, because
he's whack.
how would people ever trust me again?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If I'm sitting there just doing this for
Yeah.
it's a
It's
monetary
like
gain.
Siskel and Ebert with the 2 thumbs up at the movies. Like if we found out people were movie companies were paying
Yeah.
them to advertise the movies, now
Yeah,
I can't
'cause
trust
I really
their
looked
thumbs.
to Siskel and
Yeah,
Ebert. Like,
where the thumbs at,
yeah, I
Siskel?
was like, yeah, Siskel and Ebert said 2 thumbs, motherfucker.
We out here.
We going.
Let's go.
Yeah, so
But that's why it's always good to give people your honest opinion. When they come to you
Yeah.
with that type of shit, you be like, nah, send me the music. If I like the music,
Mm-hmm.
you might see me talk about it.
I've heard
If
you
not,
on the phone
fuck
with
it.
people, and it's kind of funny how it is, like them trying to game you into doing it. And then it's funny, the way you handle it is really well because you're not disrespectful about it, but you're like, listen, I'm going to play it if it's good.
That's it.
That's it. They're like, yo, could you
yeah,
play it? If
what
it's
the
good, I'm
fuck
going to play it.
else?
Exactly.
Like, what else do you want me to do?
Yeah.
My friend, I've been rallying for people on Twitter to like go to Facebook and tell my friend Easy Robinson. If you have a Facebook, please go. And his name is Easy Robinson, and go to his Facebook and tell him to stop rapping because he's my friend. I want him to stop. I'm like,
And he probably don't believe you when you tell him that.
and this is why I'm mad because I'm like, you're my friend. Why would you think I would be hating on you? Why would I hate on you? I love you.
If you was
this
hot,
is why I'm telling
I
you.
would love to tweet that you
Exactly. I help strangers out. Why won't I help you?
Word up.
You know what I mean?
What is
I
he
didn't
good
know
at?
Bobby Shmurda when I started promoting his music. I just knew everything he said he was telling the truth, and I loved it. I said, he's telling the truth. He said he been selling crack since the 5th grade. Because I know everybody on that block, they wouldn't even allow him to say that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I call and I say, yo, who's Bobby Shmurda? And they say, man, Bobby Shmurda, man, is a dangerous kid. I said, all right, cool.
Yeah, I knew that. I know,
You know what I
I know
mean?
his uncle. I know his uncle.
You know what I mean?
I
So
knew
it's
that,
like,
too.
you know, if I believe in you.
You know what's
I
fucked up,
believe
though?
in you.
When you start, like, right, you could be like, yo, you talk about Bobby Smurf, talk about Manola Rose. First thing they be like, how much you getting paid? How much you getting paid?
Yeah.
Like, damn, I can't just be a
That's what
genuine
happened.
lover of music.
Ebro bitch ass came at me on Twitter like, oh, you're mad because GS9 didn't pay you some shit. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I genuinely did that because I was a fucking fan. Like, I really loved it. And the thing is, people, you got to understand Brooklyn culture. Crips in Brooklyn dance. That's why it was like great to see him really on camera dancing and talking about he's going to shoot somebody, because it's true. You go through those blocks in the 90s, they will be out there 250 deep dancing, eating jerk chicken, and you might get shot. You know what I mean? So I knew it was true. So I embraced it. I was like, yo, I love this kid. You know what I mean? So dudes was like, oh, you're mad because you didn't get paid. I was like, that was never my agenda. That's your job. You do that. Your person is somebody's going to tell you, yo, I need your help with this. And you're going to say, oh, well, you got to do this for me. That's not me. I knew that I had the resources to get them put out there, and I just did it on my own. You know what I mean?
The amount that someone would have to pay you to sway your opinion is never enough, because they're basically paying for your authenticity.
And then you feel like
now
a
you're
bitch.
now you're
You
no
feel like a
longer
hoe.
authentic to people,
Word
right?
up.
So you got to pay me $20 million, $50 million because now I got to quit responding to music.
Listen, can't
You know what I'm
nobody
saying?
ever tell you, Charlamagne, I paid Charlamagne for an opinion. I paid Charlamagne to say you like my record. None of that shit. If I
Except for FanDuel.com, our next ad on this show. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Like I fuck with Tink now. The little
Nah,
chick from Chicago.
Tink is dope. I've been heard Tink music, you know what I mean? Because, you know, Naima and Tink was both working with Timbaland, you know what I mean? So I've been heard Tink music. Tink is dope as shit.
She's dope, and I like her. I get excited when I hear new dope shit, especially early. Like I'm a fan at the end of the day. I always tell people that shit. Like, I'm a fan. I'm a fan who just happens to be on the motherfucking radio. So I get to talk to these artists. If Timbaland say, yo, come by the studio, I want you to hear something. I don't even be liking to fuck with artists on that level. I'm like, that's Timbaland. That's the OG. I grew up on this shit. I'm going to go hear what the fuck he got going on.
Yeah.
I heard all kind of new shit from Hove to everybody. And now I'm hearing the Tink shit. I'm like, wow. Like, this chick is really amazing.
I heard Moving That Bass last year, I think.
Word.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I've been heard that.
So here's a question. How do you monetize that skill or that ability? You know, like I see what you've done. You've managed to have an opinion about hip hop,
Which they've tried to take away.
Which
by
they've
the
tried
way.
to take away.
I've had
absolutely.
program directors early in my career tell me, Charlamagne, you got too much of an opinion. You're not going to make it because you have too much of an opinion. I guess I'll just be in Monk's Corner raising chickens then, because this shit ain't going to work for
But
me.
the people fuck with you.
Word up.
So
And that's
what
what
do
it's
you
about.
what do you want, man? What do you want to do?
I want to do everything. Like, you know, I want to speak. I'm a good speaker. I like to preach.
Yeah.
I'm like the old man. Like my family might walk out the room if I walk in because they like, here this motherfucker go.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to tell everybody what they should have did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or what they
Monday
needed to
morning
do.
quarterback or
You know what I
whatever?
mean? That's all it really is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I always been this way. I've been the same dude. I remember in 7th grade, my science teacher, Mr. Lesher, he said, my real name is Daryl. He said, Daryl, you need to do radio. You got a radio voice. And I always remember hearing him say that in the background. I never thought about doing radio. And then later in my life, just speaking to people like, yo, man, you should do radio or some shit. And then he hit me one time and he said something about, yo, man, do the podcast shit. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Because Kid Fury also was like, he hit me. He's like, yo, man, you should do the podcast shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it out. You know what I mean?
Chris, Tax needs a podcast, man.
Yeah. This is the guy to talk to, man.
Immediately, Chris, like tomorrow.
Chris does Chris is the head of the Loudspeaker Network. Kid
Oh,
Fury,
shit.
The Reed, Combat Jack, Brilliant is, all of us is under
I
that
fuck
shit.
with all of them.
So because I'm just trying to think. It's like you're in a unique situation, and I think this happens a lot, where it's like you have the people, right? The people are obviously coming towards you. You need a voice, and you should be able to monetize this ability to kind of like have the people's ear and do it in a way where they don't question your authenticity. And I think a podcast or some kind of speaking forum is good for that, because if advertisers want to fuck with you, they can fuck with you. If not, it's fine, because you're
Yeah,
going to keep
I like
talking
to
regardless.
speak.
And nobody can question your authenticity if you're being authentic.
Yeah. I always tell people that when you front, you have to keep a front up, and that's very hard to do. And it's exhausting. I just want to be myself. My father
used to always say, when you tell one lie, you got to tell another lie.
Exactly.
Like, you tweeted something about me that was real one day. I don't know if it was the Fredro shit or the Can I Get a Drop shit. You was like, yeah, you can't be mad at Charlamagne. He's a civilian now. Mm-hmm. I'm a civilian.
Exactly.
I ain't trying to do no street shit.
What is Charlamagne going to do? Come outside with the ooh-op? So he can say, it's the next one after that, right? Because this is what the streets do. They push you. Oh, you pussy. You pussy. You pussy. You let him mush you. You let him do this. You let him do that. Then you come out with the ISIS AK, shoot everybody on the block, and then you a dickhead.
Word.
Oh, he's a fucking dickhead.
Yo,
why you gotta shoot everybody on the
He was on the radio every morning,
shit.
yo.
Y'all said I was pussy every fucking day.
Yo, he was
Y'all
making
made
all
me do
that
that
money
shit.
on the radio. He was on MTV and shit.
Yeah.
He shot
fucked his life
motherfuckers.
up.
Dumbass nigga.
Yeah.
That's that mind rape. That's that mind rape you talk about.
Exactly. It's like you can't win with them. I'm not gonna be sitting here trying to fight my life for you. Like, I've seen like different rappers, they be calling other rappers like weirdos and shit. I don't call nobody weird. You know why? Because you might just be being your motherfucking self. Who the fuck am I to call you weird because you don't dress like me?
Yeah.
No, if you dress like me, if you dress like you're a robber or some shit and you're not a robber, you are a weirdo. If you come in here with a fucking ski mask on and you have no intent on shooting anybody or robbing nobody,
that's weird.
You're a weirdo.
If you pretend to be a gangster,
exactly.
I think you're a weirdo.
You're a weirdo.
If you pretend to be a drug dealer, I think you're a weirdo.
Who are they self. Like, I like you for being you, motherfucker. You like backgammon and fucking and polo. Cool. I like Kush and bitches. You know what I mean?
You know that's how you keep your brain alive, though, right? You keep your brain alive by being around people who have nothing in common with you.
Exactly. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
That's why I keep telling you. I have a love for knowledge. Word. That's why I love to meet people from different backgrounds and tell me about their shit. My friend downstairs right now, he from West Virginia. He from the mountains. All he talk about is farming, and I'm sitting there just fascinated by this shit. You know what I mean? And he's like, he said the whole city's gonna be ice. It's gonna be sliding the whole way. So what I have to do is when I drive, I have to turn left so that I don't fall on the hill. I'm just sitting there fascinated by this shit because I don't know shit about living on the fucking mountain.
I had one of the best times of my life in West Virginia, yo. Mm-hmm. I had to go down there for MTV to film that Buck Wild shit. And I was down there with Shane, rest in peace Shane, my man Joey. Everything we ate, they either killed or grew. So we was eating bear shoulder,
freshest shit
squirrel
ever.
dumpling.
Your dick grow when you eat that type of shit, man.
You damn right.
That's why the motherfucker's so big, man.
Fight one of them motherfuckers if you want to.
You lose your bitch to a country motherfucker.
Fight one of them motherfuckers if you want to.
All this fresh shit. Yeah, I got into an argument with a white dude in the mall the other day, and I looked at his shins, and I said, motherfucker, if you kick me.
You beat the shit out
you. His shins was so big.
It's like running up on a UFC fighter.
I was serious and joking at the same time. I made him laugh. I said, motherfucker, if you kick me. If you kick me with them big ass fucking legs.
Because you are what you eat. So imagine if you eating black bear.
Yeah, exactly.
You strong as a motherfucker, dog.
That's why they're big as shit down south, huh?
Fight one of them motherfuckers if you want to.
That's why
Fight a motherfucker from down south if you want to. Not even the big ones. The motherfucker that's 140, 150 pounds.
What you think they fed? What you think they fed Shaq great grandmother and grandfather? They breeded us like slaves. We gave us the freshest shit. They said, give them the best food. These motherfuckers is strong. And they made NBA players and NFL players. Michael Vick was born the next year. It was like, look what you motherfuckers did. Made a whole bunch of athletes.
When the last time you ever been down
fresh
there?
Food. Yeah, I just was down there. I just came back.
You selling crack down there?
Nah. I ain't selling crack in West Virginia. I got family in West Virginia, and I wouldn't say that anyway. I'm very smart, and I have felonies, man. And you never want another felony, you know?
I got two. I'm with you.
Fuck that. Like, I'm done with that bullshit. I don't want no felony.
So.
Unless I get a felony for protecting myself, that's about it. You know what I mean? I don't want no felony.
All right, let's do another ad real quick.
We got to do a little ad real quick. Which one? What was it, Chris?
Oh, Nature Box. Yo, you gotta fuck with Nature Box. Tax.
Yeah, dude.
Nature Box?
Yeah, Nature Box.
What's that like? It's females who don't shave their...
That's what...
Hairy pussy. It's healthy snack options. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You can go to naturebox.com. They got 100 nutritionist approved snacks. They got something for everybody with 0 artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners, 0 grams trans fats, no high fructose corn syrup. All that shit that can kill you in the hood other than bullets. Yeah.
Because fruits and sugars and salt been killing us for years.
Exactly. So you'll find snacks with the bold flavors you crave without any artificial nonsense in them. So in the afternoon, something like right about now, because I ain't had no lunch,
That's when you need a little nature box.
I would love some of those
Peanut butter
pistachio
nom-noms,
power
man.
clusters.
Ooh.
Or the Big Island pineapple.
What about the sriracha roasted cashews?
Yes. My personal favorite, the San Antonio Spurs.
San
corn
Antonio
sticks.
Spurs corn sticks.
What do they call for real?
Santa Fe corn chips.
I don't know why I don't know the name.
You do know the name,
I really don't.
but you like calling it the San Antonio Spurs.
Santa
corn-
Fe sticks.
because you're trying to make this Spurs joke work for 4 weeks now.
I really
And
don't
that
know the
shit is
name.
not gonna go.
I don't know the name. So I'm saying I don't know the name. But we want to
Anyway.
give you the chance to try Nature Box for free with a trial box featuring 5 of their most popular snacks. Okay, free snacks. Start your free trial right now by going to naturebox.com/idiots. You know you're gonna smack. You know you're gonna snack. So get smart about it with NatureBox.
Do it. Naturebox.com/idiots to get a free trial box of delicious snacks. Free. Keep tweeting us the pictures and shit. It's cool.
Now let's talk about some pop culture shit, man. What do you think about? Because I was reading some of your tweets. You had the same kind of similar thoughts I had when it came to Iggy Azalea and everybody giving Iggy flack.
I think they being racist.
Right.
I don't think it's nothing else.
Me too.
I think it's completely racial. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Don't preach none of that hip hop shit to me.
Yeah.
It's racist. They being racist against Iggy Azalea.
And it's funny.
That's what they doing.
They point the finger and they say she's so whack. How many whack artists we done let win?
They fucking sitting there talking about, first of all, she's a white bitch that's pretty and she got a fat ass and some nice titties and her clothes fit right and she rapping and they talking about, oh, this person wrote it or that person wrote it. So fucking what? We ain't sitting there talking about who wrote Beyonce record. You know what I mean? Like,
all
We're not
Dr.
sitting
Dre
there
had
talking about
ghostwriters.
Yeah.
who wrote
Diddy had ghostwriters.
Sinatra's songs. Let's
Exactly.
talk about some of the
Ghostwriters.
most iconic musicians in history had other people write. Ella
Yeah.
Fitzgerald.
What it
she didn't
is-
write her shit.
what it is that Iggy is one of the most striving artists out there right now.
She's
Not
winning.
just rappers, artists.
Yeah.
And that's what's hurting them.
Word.
And that's what's hurting them. And I don't like that shit because it's like, what the fuck? These fucking corny ass hip hop fucking analogies and the history that they try to compare this shit to try to make it seem like Iggy Azalea isn't hip hop. Like, it's like, shut the fuck up. It's the same thing as a fucking slave master trying to justify slavery to me.
Right.
You're lying. You're lying. That's not your reason for not liking Iggy Azalea. It's because she's a white bitch that's rapping and she's doing well.
Just admit it.
That's it.
And you're allowed to not like her for that reason.
You're allowed to not like
Yeah,
it. for that
I'll
reason.
just say that.
But
I
just
respect you
don't,
more.
don't talk
Say
to me
the
in
shit.
circles and try to
Yeah,
give me
don't-
all of these righteous reasons.
Don't insult
as
my
to why you don't
intelligence.
like
Don't
her.
insult my mother.
Don't fucking insult
do
me.
that,
That's
man.
all I want you to do is
Listen.
say, hey, listen, I don't like her because she's a white bitch and she's on, and I don't like white bitches.
Because I caught myself singing that shit. I don't give a fuck.
the time.
Do that.
I sway my hips while I sing.
I had a homeboy who told me
And
he
I'm
would-
not saying I'm gonna listen to her album or really cop it or anything like that. I'm not a fan of that. But
I'll dance with
I
a chick
like
in the
way
club
she
when it's
look.
on.
I
Fuck
like
yeah.
the way she look.
I
Her
think she's a
songs
star.
aren't that bad, and the bitch is a star.
I had a homeboy tell me he wouldn't even have signed to Iggy Azalea, and I said you would have lost out
You a
on mad
fucking
bread.
asshole.
You'd have lost out on mad
I been thought
motherfucking bread.
motherfucker should have signed her.
You won't sign her,
Salute
but
to
before,
T.I.
before her
Bullshit.
fucking makeup was done
Bullshit.
correctly, I said, motherfuckers better sign that Iggy Azalea.
Dog, I used to have Iggy on the Breakfast Club back in 2011.
I believe
I was at SOBs, me and Duval
Yeah.
with Iggy.
And
I knew she was a
Iggy,
star.
I might be saying that because I want to fuck or whatever, but that's not the point. I'm being honest too. But you know, just let you.
a lot
let
of dudes
that be
want to
known.
fuck, and that's the beautiful thing about this is like you could say you don't like Iggy, this, that, the other, but when girls are dancing to that song at the club, you're not gonna sit that fucking
That
song
song
out.
is hot, man. Fuck
You're gonna
what
be
they
right
talking about,
behind
man.
them, grinding your
Seriously, I
fucking
don't
dick
care
up
who
on
wrote
them.
it.
Fancy.
I don't care. Listen, people wrote Little Kim raps for years.
People write Diddy's raps for years.
Everybody.
He admits it. Who gives a fuck?
Let's quit the shenanigans. I don't think, and I don't give a fuck. The shit that they doing to Iggy Azalea is bullying. I don't like bullying. I don't like that.
Me neither.
I don't like people attacking people that's not trying to be attacked or asking to be attacked.
Yeah, if you're gonna bully people that can do something to you.
No, bully the motherfucker who want that problem.
That's
For
what I'm saying.
instance,
People that
somebody
can do something to you.
uploaded, a dude on Twitter uploaded a record from somebody. Somebody dissed me on Twitter and like made a record and he uploaded. It said uploaded by such and such. And I said, I'm going to smack the shit out you when I see you.
All right.
And he was like, oh, why you going to smack him? I'm like, you uploaded the record. So therefore, you felt the same way he felt when he made the diss record. So
or
now
you're snitching.
The dude
either way, you're violating, right? It's like You're either a snitch or you're a bitch for up and then agrees.
I'm with Tax though, because I'm an equal opportunity shit talker. But this is what I don't like. I don't like when people come and say things like, "Yo, you always getting on the lame motherfuckers, but you don't never talk shit to the real niggas." Think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
I like
Why would
the
I be
real
talking
guys.
shit to the real niggas?
Exactly.
They're real niggas.
They being real.
Like,
How would you?
Of course I'm a clown Mackinnon or McConan or whatever his name is. Why would I clown Mano? Or Gucci Man?
Yeah.
I like
Mano's
those
a real
guys.
nigga. I like Gucci Man's music.
Yeah.
Why would I clown them? What if there's a
It's
reason?
true, though.
If there's a reason to clown them, then we can bring it up.
I'm clowning whoever. If Tupac was alive, he would have got clowned for that leather vest and all them chains in the
go.
bathtub.
There you go.
I don't give a fuck if Pac is tough. What does that mean? I always feel like this. If you can't kill me, you damn sure ain't gonna beat me. That's how I feel.
Explain that.
And I mean that by you could stomp me out right now here. Everybody in this room could stomp me out to death. I'm gonna get up and say the same shit.
I'm gonna talk shit in again.
I'm gonna talk. You understand what I'm saying?
Listen,
That's what I'm trying to say. So you don't kill me, you lose.
I know people like that. I always tell my homeboys this. There's no need to whip his ass.
Because he
Because he gonna keep talking
back.
shit.
Why would
Yup.
you do
Unless
it?
you gonna kill him,
Yup.
leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
That's
It's
so
the same
funny.
thing as this. When people say, yo, that dude is a snitch, so go kill him. If you ain't gonna kill that motherfucker, stop calling him a snitch because he gonna snitch on you next. You better shut the fuck up. So this girl, she was like, oh, you know that boy told? And I said, yeah, and I ain't gonna do nothing to him. And that's why I ain't telling nobody he a snitch. Because I don't got nothing to do with that.
This how
He
you
ain't
know.
gonna snitch on me.
This how you know.
that's
This how you know
fucking
Tax is an honest person.
You all
the
right,
same-
motherfucker.
This how you know Tax is an honest person. The same way you know I'm an honest person. A person that has been attacked over shit that they've said
And they
and
continues
keep
to
talking.
say it.
That's a motherfucker that's authentic and believes in what the fuck he's talking about.
That's like
I
the-
can tell people.
You know
who,
how strong
I can
Martin
tell
Luther
people.
King was compared to Malcolm X? I keep explaining. People's like, Malcolm was. I said, Martin, motherfucker.
Nah.
He sat there and got smacked. That's strength.
Yeah.
To let somebody keep
Yeah.
hitting you and throwing
Now-
rocks at you and to continue talking, that's strength.
Now let's have this
I'm not
conversation.
Martin. I'm not going to not hit your ass back. But I'm just trying to say, Martin, you were stronger than us.
Now let's have this conversation because I'm very intrigued about this conversation. I tell people, and I love Malcolm X, but I felt like Malcolm did some shit that showed me he was kind of weak-minded. In a
Yeah,
sense.
definitely.
Like when he found out the whole situation about Elijah Muhammad, you ain't supposed to blow that up. You supposed to go to that man, tell him he's wrong, tell him get his shit together. That's when the student supposed to become the teacher.
Exactly.
It shouldn't have been no, I
Why?
don't believe in you no more. I'm breaking off from you, this
But
and
why?
that. What you mean why?
Live your truth.
I don't agree with that because he fucked up a whole nation because of it.
But if the nation was fucked up, why not do it? It's like slavery was fucked
Just
up, so
because-
we
no, no,
change
no,
it
no.
up. We don't
Just
go
because-
to the
no, no, no.
founding fathers and go, yo,
Just
I just want
because
to tell you
Elijah
guys
Muhammad-
independently,
Just because-
this slavery
no.
shit is fucked
Just
up,
because-
but y'all handle
Just
it.
because Elijah Muhammad was fucking other chicks and had got a bunch of girls pregnant didn't make him a bad person. Martin was fucking other women.
But he didn't disagree with just that. He just disagreed with the philosophy. He thought it was manipulative. He thought that we weren't bringing people together.
I agree on both ends because I am the type of person, I'm passionate about my beliefs and principles. So it's like, you know, that's another reason why I'm so honest with my friends because I feel like, who am I to like feel a snitch? Like, oh, you're a snitch, and then my friend snitches, and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
No, motherfucker,
Yeah.
you going too. If I do that to him, I'm doing the same thing to you. You're not exempt from that. So I do understand Malcolm in that sense where he was like, you know,
this
this
is the man
dude is a
that's been
fraud.
teaching me
And this
everything.
dude, and he doesn't
But
follow him.
hypocrisy don't make you a bad person. It just makes you human. And he should have understood that it was his fault for putting Elijah on that kind of pedestal the way he was a god and couldn't
But
Exactly.
Elijah put himself on that pedestal
Not
by
really.
judging people that did the things that he did. I'm sorry, if you're gonna come down and criticize people, and then you do the exact same thing that you're criticizing people for, then you're gonna get the heat when it
Now, I
comes
don't
to
know
you.
if Elijah ever criticized people for getting pussy and getting other girls pregnant. I don't know. I can't speak that deep on it. All I'm saying
he
is,
did actually
Absolutely.
did because that's his teachings. His teachings was not to do that.
He said, if all he has to do is say it once. You're not supposed to fuck other bitch, and you're not supposed to get them
That's
pregnant.
like that's like reading the Bible and God telling us thou shalt not kill,
and
we
then
ain't-
murdering motherfuckers
Yeah,
in,
God
in
gonna lay the
Nazareth.
murder game down.
I got to
Yeah.
read Message to the Black Man again. I haven't read in a long time. But all I'm saying is, if that's my man,
Yeah.
and I know how much people depend on this guy's word.
how much it was worth.
How much, like
Why
a
would
prime
you-
example,
exactly.
when the FBI came to Coretta Scott King or the CIA or whoever and said to her,
I see you
or said to
relating.
her, listen, if Martin don't stop this shit, we're gonna air him out about cheating, yada yada yada. And she said, well, go ahead, because this movement is bigger than my marriage.
Exactly.
That's
but
kind of the
it's
mentality
different
Malcolm
because
should have.
Malcolm was consistent. Malcolm was consistent in his teachings. No, sorry. Martin was consistent in what he wanted. He wanted equality for black people. He wasn't telling black people how to live their lives. He wasn't telling them exactly what to do with their life. Okay, well, Reverend's having fucked. Ask for forgiveness.
Malcolm was crazy. Let's listen. Malcolm was great. But he was fucking crazy too.
He could have been doing it for the people. Like Malcolm could have been trying to what's it called? Criticize. He should have been trying to criticize him for his followers who he thought were being misled. Like if you know somebody who's leading 1 million people off the side of a cliff, wouldn't you step in and be like, "Yo, this guy's not leading you in the right direction. You're about to fall off the side of a fucking cliff."
That's my agreement with him. That's why I do agree, but I do agree with that also because it's so much bigger than us. It's so bigger.
I respect Coretta for what she did. Don't get me wrong. I think that's amazing because that could take away from the movement. But if you have someone who's being a hypocrite, I don't think that Martin was being a hypocrite by cheating. I think Martin would go, "I'm a Christian."
I'm being a hypocrite.
No, because he's saying, "I'm a Christian."
I'm the type of person that if Donald Sterling, if I was down with the Clippers and I knew Donald Sterling was a racist, but I knew this was bigger than that, I'd say, "Yo, cut that shit out. I'm gonna fuck you up, motherfucker."
That's what Malcolm should have said.
In the corner.
Okay.
And Martin was being a hypocrite because he was a married reverend. You take vows that say you got to be faithful to your wife.
But at the same time, he's a Christian, right? I ask for forgiveness. I know I'm born a sinner.
That's what I said about Elijah. Malcolm should say.
Is Elijah?
Even though he's a hypocrite.
Damn, that makes me question some shit.
And I think that's what and Elijah Muhammad did speak about hypocrites crazy. So that's probably what Malcolm was upset about. But he should have been like, even though you're a hypocrite, you're human. You made a mistake.
But if Elijah was going to say that about himself, if Elijah was coming out there and saying, because I know Christians, man, and every time I speak to them, yes, there's a lot of you should not do this, but at the same time, it's, hey, we can't judge. We fuck up. I fuck up. I'm a human. And that's one of the greatest things about Christianity because it's like, yo, I fuck up. Okay? You can't call me a hypocrite because I'm telling you from the jump, I'm about to fuck this shit up.
That's what Malcolm should have did to Elijah and just said, yo, take care of these goddamn babies you got out here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, you know that
I like that conversation. It's like, and then if he doesn't, then you step in. At least give it. But how do we know he didn't? How do we know he didn't go to him in the first place and say, "Yo, I think you're fucking up"? Then Elijah excommunicated him, and then he came out and said, "Yo."
From what I read in his autobiography and what I saw in the movie, he did. And in the movie, he was like, he told him, "I gotta spread my seed" or some crazy shit like that. Now let's talk about good karma, man. Good karma might win you some money with FanDuel.com.
Hey, man, look, don't wait till next year. Play more fantasy football for real cash this season over at FanDuel.com. Chris Prince from Detroit, and you know they need it in Detroit, is an avid fantasy football player who has won over $700,000. He made more money than the city of Detroit on FanDuel.com. Playing fantasy sports at FanDuel.com. Join him and the hundreds of thousands of other users who have already won money. You know he could buy 700 houses in Detroit. No, maybe
fucking crazy, man.
Tons of fucking house. How much is the house in Detroit?
A lot.
If Big 10,000. If he don't own half of Detroit right now,
this guy bought Detroit with his win. He bought the Lions. With his he owns the Lions after FanDuel.com 1 week.
Yeah, and they're paying out more than $170 million this NFL season, but you have to play to win, so sign up today. Go to FanDuel.com and click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Use our code BRILLIANT and sign up now. New user special is ending soon. FanDuel will match your first deposit dollar up to $200. That's up to $200 free. Offer is only good for the first 50 people that use my code BRILLIANT. Don't forget to use my code BRILLIANT. FanDuel.com, where every week is a new season. That's FanDuel.com. Sign up today.
Now remember, this is the leader in 1 week fantasy football leagues. The money is real. Entry fees start at just $1. You put in $1, they're going to match it. You put in $200, they're going to match it. There's no season-long commitment, no upfront fees. Play each week or whenever you want to play, okay? Set a new lineup each week and win every week if you are good enough. The fun doesn't stop when the NFL season ends. They got NBA leagues, and they're bigger than ever. So remember, I want to shout out to DMV Skins who tweeted us to say he won $150 on FanDuel off of just $2, a $2 entry fee. Okay, he said it couldn't have done it without it. That's right. You couldn't have done it without us. We want our cut. So send that over to info@brilliantidiots.com. Send that money. You can PayPal it to us. We have all these accounts available.
That's it?
That's it.
All right, now, Tax, let's go back to talking about violence a little bit because I have a theory that I can always tell when somebody's never been punched in the face. I can always tell when somebody's never been beat up. Just the way they talk.
Yeah.
Especially people who feel like they're part of the hip-hop culture, but they may just be in it because of what they do, radio, DJing. Like, there's a difference between hip-hop culture and just the hood, the street culture. Like, it's a difference. And, like, just the way they be talking. Like, they'll say things like, they'll say things like, yeah, he's always dick riding. Or he always got such and such dick in his mouth. It's like, I can tell by that language.
Exactly.
You never got punched in the face.
Because you can't say that to a man without him punching you in your face?
You don't talk like that.
I always tell people this story. I was in 6th grade, The dude was in high school.
I wish I lived your life up to 7th grade.
Yeah.
Like, your life up to 7th grade is fascinating to me.
Shit. Way before that. Now,
4th grade, I ran a hedge
Bobby
fund.
Shmurda was selling crack since the 5th grade. I was
6th
literally
grade.
outside.
Okay, so after you leave Smurda from him selling crack in
Right,
fifth
With
grade,
jelly flip-flops on. I was like, crack.
But I always tell a story. I told dude suck my dick. He was in high school. He smacked the shit out of me like flames. My face was like, if I was white, it would have been red. You know what I mean? So I see this dude years later. Now I'm in the street, full-fledged in the street. The whole neighborhood scared of me. Everybody don't want it with me. And I see this dude, and I see him, and he's like nervous. He's thinking I'm going to attack him. And I'm like, yo, what up? What up, Reddy? The dude name was Reddy. I'm going to shout him out or whatever. Because he saved my life by smacking the shit out of me all them years ago. Because I might have told the wrong person to suck my dick, and they might have killed me. Because in black culture in the neighborhood, saying suck my dick is the most, like, almost the top disrespectful thing you could say.
that was a life lesson my father taught me. My father taught me early on. He said, do not tell a man to suck your dick unless you're ready to kill that man or die.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I remember when I went to acting school. I went to an acting school called Tada, and a white kid in the class, and he was like, yeah, suck my cock. And I was like, woof, straight hope. Woof, you know what I mean? Ooh, you about to die, motherfucker. And I had to catch myself, and I had to realize that he's not from where I'm from.
He don't know no better.
He doesn't know that saying suck my cock could end his life. You
But
know
don't
what I
you
mean?
feel like, imagine right now, it's a person like that, but they're in hip-hop. Like, they claim to be of the culture, and
Well,
they
you
talk
don't
to you
get
like that.
smacked.
You got to show them.
You got to show him.
Because even though you're not where I'm from, you're where
You're
I'm
part
at
of this
now.
culture. You listen to the same music, the teachings
Word
I
up.
listen to. You know what's taken lightly and what's not. You know what's being taken as disrespect and what's
Even
not.
if he doesn't know that, you made a great point. You're in that world now.
Mm-hmm.
If we go to Italy, right, and for us, what is it? Like when we say, hey, what's up, or something like that, throw my fingers in the sky or something like that, you could give a peace sign. A peace sign in America is cool. I think a peace sign in Italy from the neck is fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to live with that being fuck you in Italy because that's where you are.
Exactly.
When in Rome, be like the Romans. So get with that Roman
Exactly.
shit. So it is important. If you're going to be part of that culture, it's your job maybe to understand the disrespect that comes along with saying suck my
I
dick.
remember talking to some LA Bloods, and he was like, yeah, ain't no real Bloods in New York. I said, well, go to New York and tell him that.
They'll be ready to show you.
Yeah, maybe you can tell him that in LA, but you ain't going to say that in New York.
I don't know if it's real Bloods in New York, but I know it's real Crips in Jersey. If that means anything. You know what I'm saying?
It's
I know that
real
for a fact.
everything in Jersey. Jersey gangbanging for real.
Oh, man, Jersey's... And you know what's so funny?
They about 14 years back.
It's so funny.
What do you mean? Like
It's like
They doing
Brownsville in
drive-bys. Oh, yeah,
1992.
they doing
and they doing
drive-bys.
they doing California crimes
They
in New
kill
Jersey.
people's moms, girlfriends. They go.
I'm gonna hit you on the SkyTel when we're ready to drive by on
You
this
know,
motherfucker's
It's so
house.
funny because it be like my dudes in Jersey who's involved in that kind of stuff who will be like, they'll see the stuff that's going on and be like, yo, I'm gonna hurt this guy when I see him. Like, it's going on. I'm like, nah, leave that alone. They like, no, you know what? You leave that alone. We still out here. And what he's doing is disrespectful.
Yeah.
So it may not bother you, but it bothers
me.
So since
Yeah,
it bothers
exactly.
me, I'm gonna go handle that. Don't even tell me. I don't want to know. Don't make me.
That's the point I'm at right now.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
really have to. I don't have to do anything to anybody.
Word. Don't make me in a.
All I got to do is not like you, and somebody might attack you. You know what I mean? That's what I live off of now. I can't afford to hit anybody. Right. If I have a fight with Charlamagne right now, he call the cops. The minimum I'm gonna get is 12 to life.
Nobody got time for that.
Of a fight. So
Yeah, but you don't want to do 12 to life.
no, exactly. That's why that's why I told you if I catch a felony, it would have to be for me protecting
Self-defense.
myself.
Yeah.
So what does that do? What does the retaliation do? Like it maintains what? It maintains the image. It maintains
No, it keeps
the,
you alive in the hood. When you in the hood,
your reputation is that important.
When people know you fooled, you fooled.
Yeah, you're either going to be predator or prey.
Yeah.
And you have to decide what you want to be early in your life. So if I decide that I want to be a gangster at 2, I have to maintain that shit until I die or move out the hood. Because what happens is that somebody says, this dude ain't tough no more.
Boom. It's like
So you got to bust a fresh
no,
head.
but it's interesting.
Jay-Z said it, man. They try you when your gun go cold.
It's deeper than the hood, though. Because even when you get to a certain level, people think they can try you just because, oh, he ain't going to do nothing because of the position.
Even in
he's
corporate America.
Exactly.
You
So
working? You don't make no moves this year? Who are you? Nobody. You don't make the Forbes list? Those dudes don't make the Forbes. Oh, he didn't make the Forbes list this year. He didn't do this. Same
Like
thing.
with-
You just continuously thing of proving yourself.
Like that, can I get a drop shit? if certain things didn't get nipped in the bud, it's like motherfuckers would keep thinking they could do shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta create a defense around people. You gotta make it hard for people to say, yo, you know what? I can't just be running up on that dude. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? E40.
But no, I don't. I don't in my life have to do that. I think that's really some hood shit. I don't in my and it sucks that you got to put up with that. It's like international politics.
Getting the beef right now. I always tell people that. I tell everybody, I believe everybody should own a gun, even the preacher.
Right.
Because you never know when you got to protect your family. Right. Now, a person will always say, I don't live that life. Yeah. But you don't live that life until it happens to you.
And now you're living that life.
So when I go out of town to certain places and I go places and they got the door open and I'm like, motherfucker, lock the door. And they like, oh, it ain't like that. Oh, it ain't like that until it happens. Will you like to be the person on the news that says, this never happens in this area?
Yeah.
Word.
It will.
That's why insurance.
Shit happens.
It's insurance.
But isn't it frustrating that it's something you got to deal with? Like, it is. Just, like, why do I have to, like, you're at a stage in your life where, like, why do I have to knock somebody out because they did so? It's like, it's just
that's
annoying.
Why I stay out the way. You be around me, you be around my goons. What do we always say? We staying out the way.
Yeah, and I agree. But
I don't got to be.
First
in the club.
of all, this is how you wanna really identify a dude that self-proclaims himself as gangster, or tough, or a thug. He ain't looking for problems.
None. And
because he know what he's capable of.
And he's laughing. He knows. Joking.
Dude,
he's not looking for problems. This is how all my friends are. We joke and carry on. And when it happens, it happens.
It's gonna go down.
We was out with Angela Yee. This dude, he was wilding, pushing us. Who's out the way? Let me take this picture of Angela Yee. I'm letting him do it. Because I know what the fuck is going to happen to him if I say something to him. Absolutely. Not from me, from these three dudes, from them females, from the bar, from whoever in here. You understand? So I want to avoid the issue. The dude keeps on going. I'm stopping. I'm like, damn, man, this dude he won't stop.
He going to get beat up.
And then her friend turns around and says something to them. I ain't even tell my mans about him yet that he was violating the whole night. Yeah. He's seen it. Yo, what the fuck you doing? There you go. He's gone off the count. That fast.
Bye.
One less dude in the club. But it didn't have to go that way. But, you know.
You gotta listen, it's a rule in Islam. They say never
didn't have to go that way.
In Islam, they say never be the aggressor by words or action, but in the event you are attacked, you stick together, you handle your business. You battle as a solid wall. Malcolm X said be respectful, be courteous, show respect, have manners. Somebody put their hands on you, send them to the cemetery. Like, that's just the law of the land sometimes.
I honestly, deep down, I don't believe it. Like, I don't believe if somebody came at me that I'm going to get somebody to go bury that person.
Oh, no, listen,
I just don't. It's not part of my life, and that's not going to happen.
I walked away from this for the same reason Tax is right now when he says, because I know how my dude's going to turn up. But some things are out of your hand. Like one night we walked out of the club. What's that club? Is that Griffin? Is Griffin still open?
I remember.
We walked out of Griffin one night.
Yeah.
It's this white girl. She's drunk as hell. She's staggering, right?
Yeah.
So I'm fucking with the girl. I'm like, girl, you better chill out. Yo, you better find somebody to be with. That's how you get fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was like, fuck you, whatever. I said, yeah, you gonna go suck somebody's dick, though. You gonna end up sucking the wrong dick, drunk ass. So she goes and gets a dude. This white dude comes over. He gives me a pound, right? And he leans into me and he goes, yeah. And I said, what you mean, yeah? He goes, yeah, you know. I said, man, you better get the fuck. Before I could even say get the fuck, grabs this dude by the chest, slaps him in the face, slaps him to the ground. He getting stomped out. I'm like, and we just walk off nice and calm. But that was that guy's fault.
Mm-hmm.
That was his fault. He didn't have to do that. He should have checked his girl for walking around being drunk, acting crazy. Oh, that's what it was. The girl was fucking with one of my homeboys, didn't even know the dude, and I'm telling her, that's how you gonna get fucked.
Yeah,
keep fucking around, you gonna get fucked. You gonna suck some strange dick. That's his fault. Shit happens, man.
It just sucks that, like, I don't know, it sucks if you have to feel like, even at this stage in your career, that you have to, like, uphold some sort of reputation. You know what I mean? Like, that if somebody does something to you, that you can't just take legal matters. Like, I feel like you're at the legal matters part of your career.
Let's be clear. I'll snitch in a heartbeat. I don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll press charges in the motherfucker.
Press charge? Like,
if
you're
it's
the
right
press charges point of your
like all of these celebrities that be saying they gonna do this and that to me. Let one of these motherfuckers I know got bread.
Get
put
the
hands
bread,
on me.
exactly.
I got your mind.
So you're not gonna do nothing if Chingy punch you in the face.
Chingy gonna get beat up.
Because Chingy doesn't have the bread to sue. That's the problem. It's like somebody hits you in a Saturn. You gotta fucking beat him up.
Pharrell smacks the shit out you right now. What you gonna son do?
He's happy.
Pharrell getting beat
He's
up.
happy.
getting
No,
beat
you
up.
sue,
He's
he
happy.
sue that
I'm
motherfucker.
suing
Get
Pharrell.
that happy money.
I'm suing Pharrell.
I want that Despicable Me Too money.
I would be crying
suing Pharrell for
on
fighting
Fox
shit.
News
Exactly.
Network.
You fight the broke ones, you sue the fucking rich ones.
And it was
It's easy.
crazy because I just was listening to Happy. Like, I don't know why he attacked me. He gonna turn happy to angry.
We're going to wrap up with this, right? I want to talk about the Chingy shit because people wonder why me and Chingy got issues. Chingy came on Wendy Williams' show years ago. I think he had Jack. I don't know what album he had. It was some album he had out, right?
Yeah.
And he sits down, and I'm telling him I think he's one of the wackest rappers of all time. It's on YouTube. You can find. I'm like, yo, I think you are terrible. I'm like, it's okay though. I'm like, you got gods like Rakim, and you got whack guys like you. He had nothing to say then. He's like, okay, that's cool. That's your opinion, whatever. 2 weeks later, he makes a viral video. Fuck Charlamagne. He only make $50,000 a year. He's a hating ass nigga. This and that. Why you ain't say that right then and there?
Yeah.
So ever since then, I don't respect you no more. Like that's all it boils down. I don't respect you as a
He
man.
work at Wingstop now too.
He owns a
works
Wingstop.
He works at Wingstop. I could find it too. I seen a girl tweet. I just got some lemon pepper wings, and y'all won't believe who served them to me.
Damn. But is that not some clown shit though?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
respect if you whatever you say to me in my face.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing to you behind your back that I'm not gonna say to your face.
It's interesting though. I agree with that completely, but I also feel like he's in your field right there. He's in your zone. Like that's where you're a beast. You know, like basically going at you on the radio is like playing Jordan one-on-one in basketball. Now, Chingy might be able to go at Jordan one-on-one at rap, but he's not going to win at basketball.
Nobody one-on-one.
Fair enough, but you get the point I'm saying.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, so it's like I understand the intimidation factor in that situation. Put you guys basically in a neutral place, in a box, just the two of you. Maybe he would have said how he feels.
I saw him in the airport. Walked right by him. Actually, I was jogging because I'm trying to catch my flight. So I'm looking at it. You know, you
So
jogging.
basically, you
And
ran
I'm looking-
from him.
I'm like, yeah, I ran from Chingy.
You ran from Chingy.
So
That's why he put the video out there. Like this
Many new
motherfucker's scared of me.
developments.
So
Many new developments.
You know, you jogging in the airport, and then you looking like, and I'm like, oh shit, that's. I'm like,
Yeah.
so you slow down a little bit, and he just looking. I'm like,
You know when you ran away, he was
whatever.
like, "Yeah, run, motherfucker, run, motherfucker, I see you.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Nah, that's what-
Your
that's-
flight's delayed. This is bullshit."
but that's why I can never have no respect for him.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, cause man shit. Man, I don't.
man
That's
shit.
what I don't like. I don't like shit like that. I don't like shit like that.
oh, can
Some
I-
dude was talking about me on World Star. I asked him on Twitter. I said, y'all was talking about me. Motherfucker gonna tell me he wasn't talking about me. It was
about the rap
clear he
group?
was.
That rap group?
Yeah, Troy Ave crew, BSB, and it was clear that they was talking about
I
me.
thought you
And
talking
was
about
like,
the other dudes.
I said, why the fuck? How you gonna tell me you wasn't talking about me, motherfucker?
You don't like Troy, do you?
Nah.
Why not?
I don't got nothing against Troy. I feel like he should do whatever he does. He's a liar. He lying about everything he do, like everything. Now, it ain't my place to sit here and expose the dude, but when you start, you know what I mean? When you start saying shit like in Brooklyn, it's very hard to be a person from Brooklyn and say shit like, I was the dude with the Rolex and the Benz, because the goons either was trying to rob you or the bitches was trying to fuck you.
Yeah.
And we don't know neither one from you. So
Yeah.
it's like, you serious? So when they ask him shit like, oh, so did you send the guy to beat McConan up? And he says, no, I didn't send the guy to beat McConan up. My city loves me like the same way Drake is loved in his city. And I'm like, nigga, what? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you can't fill up a bathroom of Brooklyn dudes. You might.
Troy make dope music though.
I like New York City, the album.
That shit was hard.
I had issues with him then. A girl played that album for me, Leaving Greenhouse, and I was like, damn, this shit was well put together.
Word up.
Everything since then to me was trash. It was trash to me. Like, you know.
What was the mixtape? I don't remember the last mixtape.
And you know what I don't like about Troy? He's a bully. He bullies pussies. He bully writers and Complex and Vice. He don't bully gangsters. Go bully somebody that wants a problem. Don't come after a hairdresser. Go after the dude that says, I want an issue. Ransom came at him and said he wanted an issue. He said nothing to Ransom. He said, Ransom ain't relevant. He ain't on my level. Him and Ransom sold the same amount of records. Fuck you mean he ain't relevant? Yeah. Fuck you mean he ain't on your level? But you go attack McConan when McConan says, I don't like that remix. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not my style. I want to fight the dude that wants to fight.
So how come
I don't want to fight the little white dude in the office that's a nerd and you calling him a weirdo. He's being him. He's a fucking nerd. He's a writer.
So why you think rappers don't address that? Like, why you think other rappers from Brooklyn, if you know what you saying is true, that Troy is not authentic,
it's true.
how come they don't say that?
Ain't a rapper from Brooklyn that's gonna say it ain't true. Rappers from Brooklyn that do stuff with Troy Ave is doing stuff with Troy Ave because he's on radio and he has radio right now. So certain people got to maintain relevancy and do shit. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, just like I said, and the thing he say he the king of the city and shit like that. He don't try to help nobody. He had ample time. He could have remixed Bobby Shmurda, Hot Nigga in the beginning, but he waited until 50 other people did it. You know what I mean? You in the city. You supposed to be the first person on that. A little young kid got something hot, you remix it, put him on, help him out. But he don't want to help nobody out. Everything is a selfish move, and that's why I always make sure to just speak my opinion and real shit. Because you know Manolo Rose wrote his only single that's hot.
What's the real situation with that? Him and Manolo.
Manolo don't got no ill will towards him because he don't care because he's a creator. Yeah. He's a creative, so he got so many records, don't matter. But what happened was that Troy Ave heard the record, All About the Money, and then he said he wanted the record. Manolo was going to send the record and the paperwork over at the same time. Troy Ave didn't even wait for the record or the paperwork. He looped the beat and then did the record. Manolo gets a call saying, yo, you on the radio. He's like, what? But, you know, at the same time, he's like, damn, I'm on the radio. Right. This is cool. So it's a look. Yeah. So, you know, he does the video with him and whatever. And at the video shoot, he asks him, he like, yo, man, I need you to tweet my new record that's coming out, Run Ricky Run. And he tells him, I only tweet BSB music. Like, motherfucker, damn. You ducking a motherfucker for a record he wrote. You know what I mean? As far as doing the paperwork. He gave you a record. You went and looped the beat on your own. He asked you to tweet a record out, and you tell him no. And then he does a big show in the city after that. Elliot Wilson and Fuck Flex is his DJing, and he don't even bring him out for that. So that's what really made me expose him. I'm like, you don't even want to give this dude a look. A dude that gave you your only known hit. You know what I mean? Your only known song, All About the Money, you don't want to give him a look. So I had to expose him because I'm like, first of all, you're not even tough. If you want to be honest, if you want me to be honest, you're not tough.
Do you see them out?
Out like where?
Just anywhere, in clubs?
Nah, I don't really go out like that. But they be in clubs because they get booked. But he never was in clubs. He wasn't in parties. There's nobody that could find Troy having a picture in a club from back in the days, clubs in Brooklyn, the Elks, Club Rain. He wasn't in those clubs because we was there. He wasn't there. You know what I mean? And he's a fraud. Like, he really is. He's like MC Gusto. And people don't know because they're afraid because he's bullying a whole bunch of white people that fucking came from Green Bay, and he just attacked
Green Bay
because he walk around with jerseys and ugly dudes that think they tough and intimidates them, and he ain't doing that to nobody that's tough. That's my whole thing. He not doing that to nobody that's tough, and that's what I don't like. It's like pick on the dudes that want it. Stop picking on writers and dudes that say they don't like your music. If somebody don't like your music, the fuck am I gonna do? You know how much people don't like Naima Supreme music? I'm gonna come out and fight all these motherfuckers. I'm gonna come out and fight 50 gays a day, shit like that. Like, are you serious? And this is what you do. He attack people because they don't like it. Oh, you don't like my record? BSB gonna see you. We about violence. He ain't about no fucking violence, man.
Well, what's your relationship with Naima?
Naima, you know, I always worked with Naima from jump, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I just helped Naima cultivate, like, as far as, like, helping her make records and shit like that, and now she good. She don't need help for nothing, you know what I mean? She just getting it's just a great mesh, you know what I mean?
Let's end this on a positive note, man. If you had to shoot one person to get away with it, rapper, celebrity.
Great question.
Damn, man. That's deep. Rapper, celebrity.
One person in the world.
Not kill him, just a little flesh wound to let him know shit.
Flesh wound. Let me see. Bill O'Reilly.
What?
I like Bill.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly.
Bill is interesting, man.
I like Bill O'Reilly because he's fearless.
Exactly.
Like, I literally love watching him when he talk. Like, I'd be like,
yo, we're just talking about
Bill
this.
Is a fucking
you
G.
you watch CNN, right?
Yeah.
So this is my problem with CNN. We were just talking about this. I agree. I know all this information already. Mm-hmm. Like, you're giving me opinions that I already know and agree with. When I watch Fox News, I might disagree with all the shit, but it's new and interesting point of views on the same issues. So when I watch Bill O'Reilly argue this shit, I'm like, yo, I might not agree with this shit, but I appreciate the intellect it took to argue this point.
You know what I thought about?
You know what I'm saying?
What I thought about.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
like, I get excited off of that
That's
shit.
why it's okay to talk to people who you disagree with.
I prefer to talk to people I disagree with.
And I don't have to say fuck you just because I disagree with you. You know, we don't have to share the same views, the same principles, nothing. Let's just have a nice, intelligent
The real reason I want to shoot Bill O'Reilly is I want to debate with him.
And so
You know
they
what I mean?
debate him, dog.
Like, if you don't debate me, I'm gonna shoot you, Bill O'Reilly. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you can have an honest debate at that point in time. Yo, what's your opinion, though? What's your opinion, though? Click, click. What is your opinion,
no,
man?
because I value a lot of stuff that he says. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I just be like, you motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's almost like I had this conversation with a sergeant in jail, and he said, let me ask you this question. Barack Obama just won presidency. He said, why are black people so happy that Barack Obama won? I said, because we never win.
Word.
I said, the same reason we act like we didn't know OJ killed Nicole.
Word.
We know OJ did that shit, but we just never win. So it was just a victory. Like, we know you did it, motherfucker, but damn, we happy for you. You know what I mean?
So why is this so surprising when white people like Iggy Azalea or Macklemore?
Yeah, we have.
That's their win.
Hey, yo, I don't even got no beef with
Obama.
Macklemore. Like, I really had an issue when they came in Macklemore.
No, I'm annoyed
I
with
got an issue with
Macklemore.
I kind of like that shit.
I'm gonna tell you
that video was fly as a motherfucker.
The song was hot.
How could you like stunting and not like Macklemore?
No, I fuck with Macklemore, but I'm gonna tell you something.
Motherfucker
No,
was
it's
on
the
a pirate
philosophy.
shit.
I'm gonna tell you my
It's
issue
the
with
philosophy.
Macklemore. I think Macklemore tells the hip hop community what they want to hear when they want to hear it.
Macklemore needs some Bill O'Reilly.
When he won the Grammy,
When he did that
he's
gay
like,
shit, the gay song, I said,
no, that was dope. That's fearless.
No, I appreciate it.
No, that wasn't fearless.
Yeah, that was fearless, man.
That was a job.
You think that was a publicity stunt?
Yes.
You think
Interesting.
that was his Illuminati sacrifice?
He knew. That's anybody. If Jay-Z come out right now and say some shit like, I don't know,
But he had that record.
You know the type of.
He had that record years prior, though.
Let's cry. Let's
Macklemore.
Oh, he did?
Macklemore had all of them records years prior.
Let's clarify. Let's clarify your point.
That's how I felt. I thought it was like a complete.
You thought it was a publicity stunt. It's not like you're upset that it's a record about gay marriage. You're upset that you thought he was trying to take advantage of the pro-gay attitude in the music to do it, and
the acceptance that goes on with it now. Like,
exactly.
He had that song a couple years
fair,
prior.
which is fine.
he was smart then.
And
He
it was
knew
a-
then.
and it was
he
a
was ahead of the
It
game.
was great.
And it
He
was
was like, yo, this gay shit is popping.
You know how many years ago I told motherfucker, I said, just come out and say you're a faggot, motherfucker, you gonna win.
That's what I've been telling people, yo, but you gotta be hardcore, though. You gotta be a gangster.
Yeah, you gotta be a gangster
You gotta be a
faggot.
I got a
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
idea.
And I'm
about
gonna
that.
suck your dick.
Listen. My only problem with Macklemore is the fact that he tells hip hop what they want to hear when they want to hear it. He wins the Grammy, he goes, Kendrick should have won. You know, Azalea Banks. Azalea Banks say something
So
about
pussy.
him.
Matter of fact, that's when I stopped fucking with
No,
him.
listen. What about
when he said Kendrick should have won? I was like, motherfucker, you lost
You
my
won,
vote, nigga.
bro.
a couple
Come
weeks ago
on.
when Azalea Banks put him under the gun and was like, you know, he's whatever white privilege, he jumps out there and like, yeah, I am here because of white privilege and this and that. Like, man, fuck all that.
Yeah, fuck these niggas' opinion.
Fuck them.
This shit ain't got nothing to do. Like, be you, man.
I'm gonna see him when his album come out. We're gonna have a conversation about that. I'm like, man, if you don't do you, because last time I saw Macklemore, you know what he said to me? He was like, yo, man, I feel like a couple people in the industry you becoming too friendly with. And when you interview them, I don't like the way you interview them. Macklemore told me this. Right? That made me feel like shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I'm about to get in a fight in the studio now. You know what I'm saying? It's a fuck.
You're gonna choose Macklemore to beat up of all the people you could fight with.
That's not what I'm saying.
All the people in
What I'm
America.
saying is he's telling me that he thinks I'm lightening up in interview.
Yeah. You said I'm about to get in a fight in the studio.
I'm talking about the next person I interview.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fight Macklemore. I thought you lose all your street cred if the one person you don't fight Fredro, but you fight Macklemore.
But that's when I had to catch myself. This was before Fredro, actually. That's when I had to catch myself and say, you can't.
Yeah, you gotta fight like Trick in the studio. Like, you know what, Trick? This no fly zone is getting out of hand.
But no, but that's when I had to, that's when I had to catch myself and say, you know what? You can't worry about the opinions of others because the opinions of others will get you fucked up.
Exactly.
It's the same mentality you got to carry in the hood. You cannot worry about what these motherfuckers think because the hood don't motherfucking love you. So you can't let a motherfucker tell you, yo, you should have did this, you should have did that. You lightening up, whatever. Nah, motherfucker. I'm doing this because this is what I felt like doing at the time. When a motherfucker needs to get got at, he'll get got at. But if they don't, we're going to have a nice piece
Just
of
like
what
we were saying the whole time, stop acting for other people.
Yeah, I'm not acting, man. I'm me, man.
Exactly.
And I
Be
think,
you.
yo,
He
people,
knows that.
Yeah, nobody's worried about that shit.
I bring people to my Thanksgiving. I got a whole bunch of old people in my family. They in their 90s, 80s, whole bunch of great aunts. And they see me like talking regularly and being myself. They like, yo, like, they wish they could be themselves around their family. And I'm like, you need to be yourself around your family just in case you end up on the news and your aunt be saying some shit like, well, he never did nothing to nobody. My uncle get on there and say, well, we know he did something to a couple motherfuckers, but he didn't deserve this.
He didn't do that.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Taxstone, I want to thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you, man.
Why they
Thank
call
you,
you Taxstone?
Andrew, man. The ice cream man named me Tax, man. You know, like,
What, you used to fucking make him pay you to come through the hood?
I used to tax the kids at the ice cream truck.
What you mean, yo?
I used to go to the ice cream truck.
This was back in
you know what it
second
was?
grade.
Yeah, it was very early in my life. But what it was like, I'm big on respect. So if I felt like you disrespected me, I would find whatever way to disrespect you. So I started robbing people just to disrespect them. It
For
wasn't
their
because
snow
I needed
cones?
them for their money at the ice cream truck.
Okay.
So the kids did, like, we used to play crate ball, and this one group of kids that lived down the block would always come and dunk and rip it down. And rip the nails down. So what I used to do was, when the ice cream man come and they go in the house to get their mother from their mother, when they come back out, I'd take it because I knew they didn't want to fight me. You know what I mean? I'd be like, give me your fucking money. You're not getting nothing. And the ice cream man used to be mad at me, and he just started calling me Tax. He's like, you always taxing somebody. And I just my name been Tax ever since.
Where did Stone come from?
Stone is a gang,
Okay.
you know, striving to overcome negative energy.
It's a gang.
It's the acronym. You know what I mean? You know why? Because all
Love it.
you know, you know, it is.
Stone Cold Killers.
You know, I don't consider myself a gangbanger because I'm not outside. I'm not gonna fight anybody over color or anything. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The gang leader could suck my dick, like, and that's real shit. I would refuse to fight a motherfucker because he wearing a color. Like, that ain't my style. But, you know what I mean? I was a kid and I just was involved with it. And, you know, I just always had leadership qualities. And, you know, I was down with it. And then that was it. That's the acronym, though, striving to overcome negative energy, because everything always starts off good. And when you add too many fucking niggas and niggers, E-R-S, you understand? Shit gets fucked up. Saying that Black Panthers started off positive and then it went left. You know what I mean? And Crips and Bloods was created, all sorts of other gangs. You know what I mean? But that's all it really is. And I'm just bringing it back to that because I'm not a fan of gangbanging. I'm not. I think that shit is stupid. I feel stupid forever gangbanging.
Well, follow at Taxstone on Twitter. He's a great follow.
Yeah, thank you for coming through, man.
A lot
Thank
of
you.
capital letters and exclamation marks on his Twitter.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Charlemagne.
Yeah, we
Appreciate
appreciate you, man. And as always, if you listen to this podcast and you think we're motherfucking brilliant and you learned a thing or two, you're absolutely right.
Yes, sir.
If you think we're a couple motherfucking idiots, you think Tax is a motherfucking idiot, you think we don't know shit, hey, you might be right too.
Don't tell him that shit.
Yeah, you'll get shot.
Or you will get no ice cream.
No ice cream, motherfucker.
This is the Brilliant Idiots podcast. Thank you for listening.